get contested and they do
Yep.
all right.
Yep. Yep.
So one just have to ensure that they're getting that vision and just have that in their mindset right now of just like contesting and making sure this bristleback doesn't get off to a free start because there's no reason to give it to him.
What facet did the bristle go for this game?
He went for the snot ragged.
Okay, is this I'm seeing both honestly for off lanes. Either the stop rocket or the seeing red or whatever it is. So I don't know if it's just incredibly situational for the game or if it really does just depend on the individual.
I think it's good versus the Huskar, right? Lots of minus armor is kind of cool. Lots of snot and goo.
To combat the fire? Is that what's going on? Surely
snot him up.
Yeah, snot him up. So
snot him up and hit him with the Pango swashbuckle and hope they can get something done.
I see. So I mean, this is a fishman move. Run all the way down to bottom is 5, drop a ward at the twin gate, then smoke from the twin gate, and potentially run into noticed. Welcome, fishman.
Pop and just walk away.
It's another member as well from what do we see?
I think Nande is maybe looking for they're looking for the primal beast. I think.
I see.
Right, they think that he's gonna do the blood grenade trample. So they're up here like they've got the Seder ready. Nande's up there checking, but he's just grabbing the bounty run. Good call, because I mean it is very tempting as the primal beast, right? You just get this like free wave and then TP out, but if you get punished for it, it's a bad time.
Yes, then you're not having too fun. And Squad X is already not having a fun time. Yes, I love when we start the lane. I already see the mid laner up on my high ground. This is this is sick.
Honestly, Pango's just been like in pro games for so long now that I have no pity.
You know,
I don't mind seeing this happen to a Pango, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, 3 last hits to start the lane, so we'll see. I definitely feel like he is going to be the big person on defending stacks. If he is actually able to have somewhat of an okay lane and be able to find his farm, like early on, where we're seeing it be okay at the moment, but it definitely should continue to be a bit of a difficult time. But for me, it feels like he's the one to keep our attention in regards to protecting the stacks.
Yeah, I mean, I love this. Getting under the tower, getting some denies here, that's huge. That's an excellent way to start this lane, because you know it's not going to last long. You know? Like
that's also potentially good. Nande! Oh my god. Oh, but Venom Sweden did miss the blood grenade. I think he did, and now is he dead? Man, there's a lot of creeps up top.
Yeah, Nande's not going anywhere. He's going to make sure he gets all these. Oh, that was crazy. Oh, what a good hero to get your first blood, too.
Yeah.
Huge for Virtus.pro.
I mean, he had the Orb of Venom already as well for the anti-mage, so I was expecting this to be a pretty brawly lane. We'll see what the extra bounty, what he's going to do with that gold. If it's going to be a little bit more lane-heavy items as bottom. Jesvi is getting run down by Fishman. Of course, the recent addition moving over from 9 Pandas.
Oh my god, the Tiny looks so funny with just a little hat. That's great. It's like as big as him.
Yeah, there's even, I think this may be the set actually where I think the hat looks the best. I think there was definitely one, but I couldn't remember if it was this one that I liked the hat on the most.
It's very fitting for the Warlock as well. He kind of looks like he'd wear this hat anyway, so. You know,
I think
same
the
as
Golem
the
gets it
as well.
too. That would be sick if it does.
True. I can't remember. I know I was watching a Warlock game, but now I don't even recall.
It does seem like pretty much all the summons or whatever get them, so we will see. We'll have to pay attention. You know, inside the team fight, we won't worry about the actual fight that's going on. We'll look at the Golem and see the cosmetics, rate the cosmetic game.
Very important stuff here.
Yes, indeed.
As up top, Cloud in trouble again.
They are doing much better in this lane than really what I was expecting. Cloud, it's going to be okay though. I mean, this is something you mentioned though, the fact that the Nyx Assassin weakness. I just thought the Chen was slightly weaker in regards to the lane than the Enchantress, but looks like they are doing very well at the moment here on VP.
A lot of it definitely because of the first blood too, right? Like it's just It really helps to just be able to get those extra stats, finish up your one nice and early. And, I mean, Primal is just not very scary. With no stick charges, there's no way he's going to cast a spell on you. So there's never going to be a surprise with this hero.
That is true. I thought maybe just the raw damage would be a bit frustrating to CS against. And you might just get slapped in the face, but that is without a doubt not being the case. Bottom, a little bit of shenanigans going on. Fishman just ducking into the trees, trying to help Nunkushi be able to farm, who's having a pretty good time. We are seeing the Huskar as well start to take over. And there's something weird about just seeing a Huskar with no mana. Like, the UI just, it doesn't look right.
I know, that little gap's just like, what?
Yeah.
Cloud finally fighting back.
Blink on cooldown. This is the big thing. Sweet and strong. Oh, they miss on the stun and probably going to cost them to kill in the end. Nande holding the blink till last second, and he's okay.
It's overthought it, I guess, huh? It's really what it looked like. Or was Greedy trying to go for two, but thought that maybe Nande was going to dodge back or something and just whiffed it.
Mid lane, Cher Jr. Okay.
Oh, great time to come in with the Lion.
Ooh.
Oh,
Is he dead?
The Pango was too low, I think. Oh, he's burning! He's burning! Ah, 40 life. Never, not even close.
Okay. It's chill, it's chill.
Oh, great.
Thank
They
God.
broke the Huskar, too.
Yeah, yes. Did he... Okay, got the rotation top lane through the portal. Okay, this time they're going to be able to get the anti-mage. Sweet and strong. You'll make amends from the previous miss of the stun. And it looks like you're not concerned with leaving Nunkushi alone down bottom. So there's a big creep wave going to be under the tower too that the anti-mage will miss.
Yeah, we'll get back for quite a bit of it, so... Can even maybe blink for this too. Oh, never mind. Going aggressive onto Cloud, who's still in the small camp and is dead.
Okay.
All right, that's better than a couple of creeps.
You would take that without a doubt. Maybe mid lane, nice timing the stun from Sweet and Strong. That shield crash wasn't able to connect, so didn't get far enough away, and maybe any absorption in regards to the shield.
When Jess V is going to start the stacks here on the Lion, it begins. Unfortunately, missed. That's tough. Really need those stacks. Can't be missing those.
Yeah. How close to 6 are we on the Pango? Because I feel like the first Rolling Thunder for me as well is a big thing for him to actually be able to play. 5 1/4, okay.
It won't be the easiest either. Chen, obviously not a very good support for coming mid. At least, you know, not quickly. Doesn't do well off the TP or something.
The anti-mage carry moving through the portal. Mass TP's down on Kushi. It's not going to be tanky enough. Notice able to run him down with a level 6 here from the Bristle. They've split away Jesvi, so they will be able to at least get a kill. But here's the big response out of Chira Jr. with Huskar ready to go. Still, this will take quite some time. Notice slowing them down with the Goose, and he's not going to step away, however. They've got the stacks, and nice rotation from Chira Jr. At least able to make it an okay exchange for them down bottom.
Damn. Cloud got the Wisdom Rune, and he's still not 6. It's kind of crazy.
Is he? I was going to say in trouble, but no, he's fine. Yeah, it's having a bit of a tough one here, is Cloud. Pioneer with the Pango.
Zoned off a lot. Phase Boots online. Just now goes back and gets the Dire Wisdom Rune.
So supports from both sides going to be pretty important in regards to the levels. I mean, Warlock and Nyx Assassin, level 6s can be quite impactful. Maybe the Hand of God a little bit less from Virtus.pro, but even then, quite important that both sides are able to get their Wisdom Runes.
Yeah. Looks like they've already used one Pulverized up here, and they're just waiting for another one. Maybe try and get something going. The Satyr is going to scout out the Warlock, I believe. So now they know there's a massive units up here. And Mankushi could just run through the Twin Gate right now. Looks like that's the plan. So they're going to try and collapse on this top tower. Dire, they have an Obs up here somewhere.
Yeah, next to the
Oh, there it is. It's hidden in the rock. Wow, that's annoying.
I see.
That's in the rock. Look, yeah, right there.
Uh,
What the hell's that?
that's it.
Hacking?
I've not seen
Hacks?
that one. Hacks? I've not actually. I haven't seen this one.
I have not seen that either. It's pretty good.
Well, so they don't end up making that move through the portal. So Nande's going to continue to be there. Okay, they are stalking Squad X. It's not an easy kill, but they're going to need the damage out of Chira Jr., but they're a little bit too late. Squad X off the back of the remnants of the haste. So able to just narrowly escape.
Oh, gee. Squax is trying to bait him in. That is a baiting in swashbuckle right there. Like the way he angled that with the lion nearby. I think they were hoping he would go for the dive. Maybe able to catch him with a quick TP or something. There is no hand to God yet, though, so can't get too crazy. Cloud being chased down here does have the soul ring, has the stick, so potential for a turnaround play, but not going to find it there yet. Sweetstrong's just running through the Radiant jungle right now, desperately trying to find things to Mind Flare to get to level 6. Are you kidding me? He's 7 XP away.
Ah.
Mankushi with the toss up here on the notice, but Raindrop's there to protect him.
Yeah. We should start to see maybe a little bit more action now with the Sixers. So where do you want to see the Knicks go? Is it Swinging Strong apparently just straight to top? So straight to the anti-mage lane. Maybe look to try and play around with the Cloud.
Oh,
Nice
but look at the timing.
already, the sentry is going to be laid down, so they got a glimpse as well of the Nyx assassin. They are well aware, and Nande's probably going to look to vacate away from this lane.
Goes, are you on top of another sentry, though? Nyx is pinging it. He's like, oh, there's a sentry in this rock here, guys.
Even Munkushi is going to come through the portal, so Tab will go down by the looks of it. We'll see what Virtus.pro actually want to do, if there's even a thought of contesting it. You know, you do have the Bristle back that's also putting a lot of pressure into the bottom tower, which looks like Chira Jr. is actually going to TP down to maybe address.
Man, I think if Just V goes and stacks one more time in the Ancients right now, though, and Bristle just goes there and farms that up, I think they're in a good spot. Because like that would give Lion so much XP, but more concerned about moving back up top right now instead.
Yeah, maybe they feel like they can with the Huskar showing bottom, but tower's gone down. They're not going to get Cloud before the charge away. So still no kills, but you know, the net worth. Everyone's farming. Honestly, I feel like Pango didn't suffer too heavily. Again, we'll see.
Bristle did just see him go Vendetta. Yeah, he just had the vision of him when he popped in, so Notice is aware that they're playing in this area right now. I think that taunt is to say, I know you're here.
Yeah, yeah. That's my friend. We know that there are some shenanigans going on Sweden Strong.
Surprise. Oh, they actually don't have a scan left on the die. That explains it. Vendetta's still at half duration right now as they're going to wrap around on Jess.
Seems like... Okay, they're going to be able to get the sun. So Munkushi will step in as well.
Okay, but now what? Now we're all here. Warlock's at 5.5. Are we just stealing the stacks? Oh, man. I really feel like when Chira TP'd bottom, that was their moment to take the stacks. I feel like they could have just come and grabbed them, and they were free. But unfortunately, you know, obviously we have global vision, so it's a lot easier to make those calls. And it's not like Notice is like mega far behind, but I feel like he just has a heavy load to carry.
Yes,
that being said, Nande's actually doing quite well considering everything.
With that also then being said, how good of an anti-mage game is this really, though?
Well, let's see here. Mana Void. Let's see. If for each point of mana missing by the target unit, I mean, what's infinity? What's 0 minus infinity? I don't know. You know, he's missing all of his mana. Shouldn't it just one-shot him? You know?
True. I see the logic. I feel like there is absolutely no flaws in this. I understand. You know, so this is the big counter. Do they pick the Huskar? They thought it would work, but actually with the anti-mage is one of the better matchups. So it has to be good for Nande.
It's just, it turns out it's just a one-shot kill every time. It's amazing.
Well, Sweden Strong still hasn't been able to really find anyone off the back of the Vendetta, but I guess giving them some information, maybe making them feel a bit safer to siege down the tier 1 mid, knowing where some of the forces are. Oh, that's a lot of info. Sees the Pango along with the Chen. They get another D-Ward as well.
One win looking more like the Chen lineup with how they're playing right now.
Yo! Oh, he got double Vendetta here. Started off, the cooldown was back up towards Yen. Notice has rotated over. Even Nande's going to be here. Well, there's the Mana Void. It's a decent rock, but Squadex wasn't in range. He's still going to be able to roll in. Cloud stops him short. Chira Jr., they need to deal with the Husker. That is the big issue going to be inside this team fight. If Chira Jr. can stay on top of some of the members, they toss Fishman in. Fishman! Well, this man doesn't want to be here. The Warlock, it just plays the outskirts, wants to spell cast, be safe and all, and Munkushi chucked his support to the wolves.
That was, yeah. I'd also tip that. I don't know. I got nothing on that one. I feel like things were, they got the kill on the Chen, they're pressuring the tower, and then when Nyx dies, I'm surprised they didn't just back, but then Cloud just commits in. Just wants to make a play happen pre-Blade Mail, and does not find anything. Squadex now here. Maybe this is going to be a death, though. Us back. I don't think there's any help coming. Oscar's so slow.
He's trying to get in range. Even Cloud as well. Jesvi, they're going to be the target. Can they turn it once again? Chira Jr., which was pretty unkillable last team fight. It looks like that's going to be the case this one as well, with the Rissa back now getting charged down. Chira Jr. still got the ultimate to work with. They do get the kill. Squadex is ready. And now Nade's showing up for the tail end of the team fight as well. He's ready to clean up, but the stuns will not stop the charge away, so just go for the easy hero and Fishman instead. But Nande maybe a little bit hesitant, respecting the potential of Munkushi nearby. So once again, VP showcasing that, you know, they can still stick around and defend this tier 1 tower.
Yeah, Nande's timings have been pretty good too, like when he moves in for these engagements.
He's looked very good so far in the anti-mage. I've been impressed with what we've seen out of him so far from a hero who's been traditionally known as just like AFK for 20-ish minutes.
It's one-track mind here from one win, though. It's immediately back at this tower.
We are... does this get easier, though? With Notice, like, picking up his items, we're seeing if the Pango can play the outskirts, like he's still providing a lot of damage with Swash and the Diffusal.
I mean, that's what we saw in the last fight, was just all of the goo being released from the Bristleback into that Swashbuckle did a crazy amount of damage. So if those two pair up, it is still a viable defense, as we can see by the fact that they're just leaving again, and now they're going to counter push here with the Trolls coming in, the Skeletal Army. Golem in a couple of seconds here. They'd have to full commit for this if they want to defend. Here comes Primal.
Is it going to be a little bit too late, though? Maybe they can catch him on the retreat. Cloud's going to try with the charge through. Chira Jr. is still going to be a bit cautious with the Rolling Thunder. Once again, he's getting stopped instantly, but you see how hesitant Chira Jr. is. This Husker doesn't want to enter the team fight with Rock not good enough, so that tower will go down, and there's really no rebuttal from one win.
Yeah, I mean, they can get their tower because Bristle can't stay and fight at the very least, but it felt like they kind of had something there. Munkushi is correct that there's an enemy ward up on that pillar, so they can grab that. They did get a kill on the other side of the map there as well. Sweet and Strong taking out the Lion, I believe. So, something there as he works towards the Dagon. But overall, I mean, I'm feeling pretty good about Virtus.pro's chances, right? The Anti-Mage is where you would hope for. The Bristleback's fine. The Pango has fully recovered. It's only 1,000 gold behind the Huskar, thanks to some of these team fights. And then when you get the Agnums going as well, all these swashes everywhere in combination with the goo, it's going to be a lot of physical damage.
Again, I must say that the big question mark for me is just the anti-mage's game. I'm not entirely sure how the matchups are going to be. If anything, though, I have been very impressed, I think we both have, with how Nande's actually performed so far for the anti-mage. So maybe that gives me a little bit of confidence, but I'm just intrigued on how the late game is going to look for him.
Yeah, it is interesting versus some of these heroes, like versus the Tiny, for example, because you're someone who has a lot of quick attacks, so the Craggy's going to be really good versus you.
TD,
like
potential
constantly
fight.
stacking up the reductions.
Okay, never mind. That's another thing I always forget about this tiny hero too.
It's a weird one.
Yeah. Yeah. It's another strong hero at the moment. So Sweden Strong's going to be able to blow up with the damage. Should have a lot of potential if he's able to find one of those heroes, but have not seen that Nyx be the massive pest we've seen in the past.
Yeah, this isn't a lineup built around Nyx either. Is one of the problems, right? There's no Dawnbreaker, there's no Invoker, there's no Spectre. This is just a solo Nyx. So the potential's not really there. Basically, the only hope would have been if he had found that line, which was close, but not able to make that connection.
Yep. Like you said, though, like pretty impressive from Virtus.pro. I mean, you've done a really good job to minimize the damage what we were expecting out of the laning phase, and you are now in a position where maybe some of the experience could be something like just he's level 7 still, but it definitely seems like they're in a fighting shape here, without a doubt, in this game.
Yeah, I think the lack of pressure here from 1win is... I mean, it's not so much a lack of pressure, just they failed on some of their first couple of pushes mid, right? It was just good defense there from Virtus.pro. They brought the right heroes when they needed to. The Goo stacked with the Swashbuckle did maybe more than 1win were anticipating. And now when they're going for their next logical objective of the Roche, Virtus.pro do smoke up for it, but there's only 20 seconds left. So they're just going to go and prep for the Radiant side. If they manage to catch Nada here, this would be insane. Oh, they actually got him.
So, did the Die Observer or top not see them go to the stairs? I wasn't sure if it...
They were smoked, I believe.
Radiant were? Are you sure? Because Roche was still hitting them on the...
Maybe Tiny's blink? No, he knew he had blink. Yeah, I don't know. I think you're right. I think they were revealed. I don't know. Carry players never notice the heroes on my wards, so maybe it just happens in non-Ace pro games too. I don't know. But you're right. That is unusual.
Mid lane, we've got greedy. 2 free supports here potentially for them. Yeah, as soon as they scan Roche, they know there's no one playing behind. No cause, at least some important heroes. Sweden Strong is going to try and be a little bit frustrating, but they'll be able to still get the kill. Does give up free ages. They're even looking to maybe go for the next assassin, but now they need to respect the fact that the TPs are going to come back from that Roche getting secured. JSV will not get blown up though, but the pipe protecting him. We're threatening with the Rolling Thunder jump in as well. Squad X doing his best to chain control and Kushi down over the other side. This looking like a pretty good fight here for Virtus.pro. The Panko chain control was perfect. What a location for him to bounce back off the walls, and now they're going to do their best to avoid the Husker. Leave him to last, deal with the Aegis, and then surround him off the back of the respawn. There's no threat of the Warlock respawning in without the Rock. It is just the Husker. He might be able to escape potentially, but no, he knows there is no way making it out. He'll stand his ground, but he cannot bring anyone into the grave with him.
And that's pretty much a full disaster now at this point for 1win. Fail a couple pushes mid. They have their Aegis plan. They don't connect on that. Drop a couple heroes, then you're fighting lopsided in the mid after. And, I mean, that's just good map play here all around by the side of Virtus.pro.
Yeah, very really cool read from them. The fact that you still confirm that they're inside the pit with the scan, so you're able to get that started onto a support, and then you feel strong enough, and also just the communication inside the team fight, right, to leave the Husker. Also, what the Pangolier been doing for them so far this game. Squad X, again, a bad lane matchup versus the Husker, but we are still seeing he is providing a lot of value.
And now they kind of have to shift their focus here on 1win to be some sort of like a tiny ganking strat, like setting up good plays with that, with a Silver Edge kill onto the Animage perhaps, onto the Bristleback, those kind of ideas.
VP want to continue the pressure up and make sure they do not get to that stage. Mokushi is working on some of the later components, and we'll be able to avoid the smoke as well from Virtus.pro. Tormentor is still up though. It looks like they'll snipe this one. Radiant are nearby. Maybe thinking about forcing a fight. Fishman drops the rock. Cloud ready to charge in as well. The retreat has been called. Cloud, has he got a bit too far? He's going to be fighting to the pipe advantage. Mercushi's waiting the wings. Ready for that opportunity to get the jump. They got a glimpse of him though. Nana, he'll start first. JSV's going to be ready as well. They will go on Mercushi before he finds an opportunity to drop the combo. And we noticed Tira Jr., he is nowhere to be seen. This Huskar was not looking to get involved inside the team fight. And that is a big cost for them. Without having their mid laner, they're going to lose 2 cores.
I think Fishman was just YOLOing and hoping that someone would be low from the Tormentor. I can only assume. But, I mean, the Huskar had just TP'd bottom. There was zero way that he could potentially join this fight at all. And you're just... They were just full HP. Like, there was no real threat there on the side of Virtus.pro. And then without the Huskar, there's no way they're going to win these fights. So Virtus.pro just wisely standing their ground and realizing that this is not a concern. We can just keep pressuring, take a tier 3.
Take a tier 3, go back, farm the triangle, farm the other ancients potentially. A lot more economic damage that is going to be dealt off the back of that 5.
And now Virtus.pro just saying, hey, let's go back and take our own Tormentor. That's the plan drawn up from Rain, so they can just farm their way towards it, grab another shard for the team. Already got the hairball going. And they're either going to get the Chen or the Pango, so 2 great shards.
Yeah, without a doubt. Virtus.pro looking very, very good. We've got that BKB though for the Huskar. We'll see if they're going to be able to force a fight. It will depend on where the location is going to be for them. You almost have Skadi for Nande too.
Yeah, that's a great choice.
And it will be Squad X that gets the shard, so very happy. I know net worth a little bit inflated because of the shard, but over the Huskar is not what I would like to see.
No, that's good stuff. It's just weathering the early storm, winning those fights in the mid lane on that mid tower is really what determined this one for them. So another attempt here from 1win. We do have the Shadow Blade on the Tiny, but still no Silver's Edge. Vlad's trying to boost things up here. Very good item for the Tiny for sure. Chiro staring at the Lotus Pool. They're pincering between them right now.
Very split. Chiro? What? Okay, now they're going to be able to find the line. Nice quick pick off. And maybe the Chen as well in the backline's going to get caught. This is a great start to the fight for 1win. Notice he's going to be charged down as well. Tries to stop, stop the escape, but no, that's not going to work out. All right, 1win. Not bad.
Oh, that was the Nyx sense. I was trying to figure out how did that even happen, but it's because the Nyx assassin, right? Like getting the detection next to the line in the trees, which is why he just had no hope. Because it almost looked like Chiro Jr. saw him first, but they didn't actually have eyesight on each other. It was just the Nyx sense giving them the location of the lion.
Wow.
Okay. 11?
That was a very early mana void. Anyway.
Yeah, that was massive for 1win. Actually give them a little bit of confidence here in this one and knocking off quite a bit of that lead. Unfortunately, not a whole lot to gain.
No, not a lot indeed, unfortunately. You don't get too far out on the map. We see that the items are getting worked on. Swin Strong someone's got a blink, so potentially helping out with maybe getting on. Like you said, the break's quite good this game. We were trying to see it out of the Tiny. So onto the Anti-Mage to potentially blow him up with a Brissa back.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm also very intrigued, Chirurgina. What is he? He's going to be working on the Assault Cuirass. So I haven't seen a lot of Huskar. I don't know if you have lately. I'm not sure what the spikes are for him. I know a lot of people were discussing like ultra late game Huskar. Like this hero doesn't particularly fall off, but it does seem like he still has a bit of a weird stage of the game where he can be a little bit weaker towards the mid to late.
Yeah, for sure. He's got a little bit of that whole like sine wave thing going on where it's like I'm really good at the start, then I'm kind of bad, and then I'm really good again, and then I'm kind of bad. Like he also just kind of changes. Like in the early game, he kind of runs things, and like you're just following him around and stuff. And in the late game, he's often still the first one in, but he's not like the fight winner. You know, he's got this cool like percent damage dealt, which is really awesome. Late game, but
they're gonna see him.
That's bad.
Okay, they got it. Mana Void's going to be able to cancel. No mana, doesn't matter. It'll still stun at least.
Yeah, but Sweet and Strong got their Wisdom runes, so
I
even.
see. Yeah. That's okay. Level 14, getting closer and closer towards the level 18 Vendetta. Max nuke potential.
That is actually about the same amount of XP, though, which is kind of crazy. You get 2,400 XP across your team for killing that Huska right there, amongst 4 heroes, and the Wisdom rune is worth 2240 between 2 heroes. So it's basically the same. Unfortunately, they didn't take the time to get their own, so now let's just grab one right back.
I see. Okay. Well, maybe then the trade you would have been able to convince me even more that it was okay. But unfortunately, we have gone 1-1 Wisdom, and Huskar has been killed off. 6,000 net worth lead standing pretty steady. We've got second Roche back and available, which is going to be on the die side for another minute.
Sweet and Strong maybe could find a pick to give them a good chance here. Rain panics, throws the dust out. And Sweet and Strong takes the long way home. Really did not want to get caught.
Doesn't see
pretty good ward here, spotting the Bristle and the Chen, but taken out by Bristle's gem.
Like that gem. And he's going to be going for his own. Let's hook your ass as well. So game slowing down a little bit. Nande still continuing to put himself in prime position. But maybe this is that fight we can see from them. Maybe securing Roche. Or they're actually going to trail the mid wave. Potentially anticipating that someone's going to farm it from one win. But they are all currently down bottom.
I mean, it feels unlikely that you're going to get a start like that again. Where you just get to blow up the supports.
Yeah. Especially with the gem now on the Bristle. Probably see him position a little bit more accordingly, and you see that's the case. I mean, he's far forward, everyone else playing behind him.
Smoke pops on the Satyr.
Okay, so they get the glimpse of notice. They know where the Bristle back is.
Yeah, not the guy who you want to jump right now.
They see Sweet and Strong as well with the Observer Sentry combo, so they're well aware at least of the position from the next assassin. They're going to be able to back to the safety of their higher ground. Look to play around this area. A lot of posturing going on though. Both sides know how important this Roche is going to be. They'll unfortunately lose a bit of a ward. They can maybe play with inside the lane. And we'll have to keep tabs now on the buyback status as well from one win. This is also maybe a big thing for them. It's only Tiny that has it to potentially rejoin this fight down bottom.
Ooh, that's disappointing, especially for the Warlock. Maybe Fishman will get a kill or something, but there's a chance you die before the golems, so he needs to make sure he drops the golems with haste, I think.
So see if he's positioning.
Dude, he is so far forward on this Warlock. Oh, I'm scared for him.
And it's going to pop pretty shortly. They get a glimpse of the line, but the blink away. They are playing as far to the right side as they can from Virtus.pro, using the creeps to try and give them information. Notice ready to charge forward as well. Nane's itching for a fight. Now we're going to get it. Mukushi with the jumping squad X. He's been able to react. It is a very defensive rolling thunder though, but of course we saw the BKB out of the Tiny too, so both these cores maybe not going to have a lot of value. He went into the Pulverizer. They're going to be ready. Zero Junior standing strong. Down goes the Panglit. Mukushi with the counter as well, but the Chen's gone. Two heroes brought down, but Nande looking for some revenge. Let's see if the Anti-Mage is going to be able to do it by himself. Nande doesn't seem like he has enough in the tank. Notice in Jesve being able to isolate some down this health team. Well, Nande also gets the kill into the Mukushi and is not going to hesitate off the back of the buyback. They're isolating the Huskar. Chiro Jr. still okay if they got what it takes to be able to break him down, but the regen's not enough. Nande finds a rampage in the end, but Mukushi's here for the cleanup. The Tiny off the back of this buyback. I don't know if he's got it by himself.
Dude.
Look at him go. Scott X, the lucky shot raining down. That's enough.
He was disarmed for so long. It just ended. He had nothing left of the tank. I was just watching like how. I saw he was broken on the Pango.
Can they do this?
Oh, it's the attack speed slow. I was gonna say. I was like, why does it look like a disarm? That doesn't disarm, right? Oh,
Dude,
okay.
pop
All right.
back! What's going on? Why are they forcing it? No, they will buy back now. He's going to come through the portal. You're stuck here. Oh my god, what is this? No, Jiren Jr. A dieback on the Husker. Cloud's going to die as well. What was this call?
I think you lose it if you don't sneak it. To be fair.
Oh.
It's a little desperate, but I understand it. It's probably GG now because of that. But, you know, you steal that, you get out. Maybe it gives you something. Because now, look at this anti-mage, though. The odds of you killing this guy again feel pretty low with BKB, Scotty, and Aegis. 2 lives on this.
Are we anti-mage believers now? I don't know. This is looking like potentially 2 games today. 2 out of 2 games for the anti-mages won.
That's true. And this one isn't even an anti-mage game. I mean, you know, it's not even like something that screams anti-mage here.
Yeah. He's making it out to be his own anti-mage game with the KDA like that. Like 12-3 and 12 from Nade is incredibly impressive. And honestly, for him, probably the bigger orgs that I've seen him on. I mean, Alliance, but I think that was only for a couple of tournaments, so I don't know really what to make of that, but VP roster, yes, they haven't been that big force in Eastern Europe for quite a while, but it's a big opportunity for him, and in Game 1, he's showing up huge. The rest of Virtus.pro are as well. This is going to be another set of barracks by the looks of it. Under threat. The big thing is you don't have the buybacks as a potential. It's maybe one advantage you have fighting inside your own base, but that will not even come into play. They're going to respect them. VP will look to reset, go back to the high ground near the outpost area. Maybe try and spend up on that. Oh. Strong. It's alright. But this is a incredible position for VP to be in. 20,000 net worth lead, 35 minutes in.
They really need this AC to help him on Kushi. Because his current attack speed is 136, and Lucky Shot reduces it by 160. That's why he's being disarmed, essentially. Because like I'm trying to figure it out. I was like, why is he not attacking at all? But yeah, the math checks out. When your attack speed is 0, it's kind of like when your Huskar has 0 mana and you try to mana void him, you know? Find that with like a Scotty and stuff, and there's just nothing happening.
So we need to value Glover Haste and a hero with alacrity that they don't have, unfortunately.
That's right, yeah. Or you got to keep pumping those drums or something there on Fishman.
I see. Well, this is Megas, by the way.
Yep.
Okay. Are they charging?
Trying to kill the catapult.
Cardi will die shortly. Maybe going to make the attempt. Squad X going to be ready. Cancel the pulverize, and Cloud's life is gone shortly afterwards. At least he's going to be one of the members with the buyback. Jiren Jr. is going to do his best to stand strong, but the Husker still needs to respect Virtus.pro, who will be able to retreat down to the low ground, making it safely out of the base of 1 win, and they have now reformed and are ready to go back in if they feel they have the ability to do so. You still have the Aegis for another minute 40.
I mean, certainly time to just chill a little bit.
Nade.
Sweenstrong trying to find an angle during this.
Jumped up to them. He needs to go quick on Sweenstrong next assassin because the fight's continuing to break up. And Kushi wants to deal with the lion, but quick go Scepter. Protects him, gates a tiny. Nade ready to go. This Husker pick at the end, it was not good enough for 1 win. Nade's going to be able to shut him down, but the rest of Virtus.pro will get involved. The G's being called. A good start to the new roster here for Virtus.pro.
Yeah, it's really well played. I mean, you're up against a pretty potentially frustrating situation in the Huskar, and they handled it very nicely. That defense mid was beautiful.
Yep. Yeah.
If it was like, I don't know, an Undying or something, then I would be like, ooh, trash draft, because no one goes in first. And like Magnus going in first feels bad. Lena doesn't ever want to go in first because of LSA being this unreliable thing. Same thing with Dark Willow, with the Brambles. Like, these are all spells that are not super reliable going in first, or they don't get the maximum value if you're the one who's forced to go in first. But that's what Clockwork just salvages in every single draft ever, out of the 5 roll. Like, no other 5 does this. He's so busted in that regard. Plus, he's countering the ET. So I feel like this is like the dream clock game.
Okay. I wish it was the old VP roster with Antares playing the Clockwork as a position 4, because he was going blink first item clock. I don't know if you saw any of that.
I do remember that, yeah.
That was, I was still always struggling to work out how this looked good, but it looked incredibly good every time I saw it. I was very
hilarious.
Impressed. Yeah.
He like blink cogs one person and then hook his way out.
Yeah. So we all say maybe it'll stick around with the VP organization, but
I've seen it lately versus Enigma as well. I've seen a few people do it.
Okay.
Because it's so that you can guarantee get the hook shot.
Yep.
Just like blink to make sure there's an angle that's not being blocked. It's pretty comical. More blink Clockworks.
Seems like there's a place. Seems like there is a place for it. This is okay, but kind of sneaky. 1W go through the portal with the Tide and the Lion, and just join the bounty in the face of the Morphling. So 3-1 bounty start for the boys on 1 win.
Momentum going their way. Morality completely saved. Team morale, they're just so pleased right now.
Yes, indeed. After that loss, you need it. You know, if you start with an even bounty exchange, it's not good enough.
No, nothing's changed. Now things have changed. It's moving in your direction.
Yes, exactly right. You have the momentum now. You know, that game 1 victory, it's not enough momentum. Getting 3 bounties, it outweighs that.
I mean, that was 15 minutes ago. That's 20 minutes ago at this point. Who even remembers that win?
Exactly. Yeah, we are now just solely thinking about the lanes.
There's level 1 cogs here for the Clockwork, which is depressing. It's not as much fun. You don't get to just walk up and bully the Lion.
Yeah, don't do much of the Tide Hunter as well, which is a bit of an issue.
Yeah, pinball.
At least it's fun playing the hero inside the lane, I suppose, but not okay. That was an ambitious blood grenade from Sweden Strong. It's alright, a harassing blood grenade.
It's a warning shot, you know. Let him know.
I see. Okay, but it does seem like, honestly, both the offlaners, I think, are going to free farm. I'm not really seeing much to prevent that. Do you feel like it's more important for one team in particular that they have their offlaner off to a really good start?
I'd say they're fairly similar. They play very alike to each other, you know. Tide, I guess, needs to be slightly richer, you could argue. Like, Mag can kind of get some stuff done early. They tend to go like, what? I mean, he's got Bracer and Null into what'll probably be the Treads Blink, presumably. It is like the go-to build on Magnus. So I guess getting to the Blink is kind of important, but Tide, it feels like you really need those first couple items, like Phase, Soul Ring, and then just building into whatever you decide is going to be the play. This one currently has the Blitz Knuckles queued up here. We'll see if that ends up being the play towards a potential Mage Slayer, maybe.
Okay.
I would guess. Is it that good of a Mage Slayer game, though? I mean, it's okay.
I don't know as well, to be honest.
I guess that's what he's got queued, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe he's concerned about being blown up from the Lena?
I mean, it's got value in some way. All right, now no, he's still on it. Never mind. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Curious what he goes for. I mean, Bristle, sure. You're like, yeah, Mage Slayer every time.
Yep. Cloud is taking a lot of damage to try and get the Lotus, but Nande still only level 2, not wanting to try and commit for that.
Really, I think what's going to run this game is probably going to be the Chira Junior's Blink Dagger on the Tiny. It's probably just like the single most important item in this game across both teams. Because Virtus.pro, you don't necessarily need the items to make your plays happen, thanks to the Clockwork. because he can set up for the Dark Willow and the Lina in the earlier parts of the game, as she's going to be working towards like travel and everything. So you'll always have that going for you. But Chiro Jr. is completely dependent on Blink Dagger.
Yep. I would say, for some reason, this hero should be fine into a pretty tough matchup like the Lina. I mean, Lina is, you pretty much win every single lane. Maybe there's a handful that you trade somewhat evenly, but you know, Tiny being a melee hero does not care. Toss going to be leveled up and can pretty much one hit a creep wave for some reason. So,
yep.
Very cool. You'll be able to farm.
Oh.
Might actually die though. Nice rotation. Solo kill. And okay, you can reward yourself. That water rune was for you, my friend. You got the kill. Take it. Mana. Go back to the lane. Play with notice.
I mean, that's just beautiful.
What a good fall.
I know. I mean, that Squad X is just having the time of his life right now. Like, got the top one, bottle up, can go get the bottom one too. Of course, he ended up just leaving it for so long. He didn't want to miss the range creeps, so he's not actually going to get it. Really, bro? Like, after all this? I guess he just decided it wasn't worth it.
I mean, the Dark Willow is probably the one that's more annoyed. Like, brother, come on. I left that for you?
Yeah, should be.
Alright, maybe she's going to be happy with the solo kill and the first blood bounty that we saw given over to her. Someone who can use the experience incredibly well. Your potential early RP skewer back into the Dark Willow. A lot of threat with rotating as well. Continuing over to the mid lane, so we'll have to keep our attention onto Jesvi. And really the only person right now for one win is the Tide Hunter.
I don't even think Clock had a ward on that courier. They think he did. They just pinged saying he had a ward, but I think that was just happenstance that he ran the Lion's courier there. So, Blood Grenade and Smoke taken down.
Okay, what about Snipe? See, once again, I mean, this has been Dota for quite some time. 6 heroes in the mid lane. Every 2 minutes, we're going to get a power rune contest, and it looks like a fight as well. Lina runs really far into the river. Squad X blows up one, gets away with the one. The raindrop actually keeping her alive in the end. No way she lives. I thought, dude, she was in such a compromised position. She's not getting out, and apparently she's fine.
Yeah, that seemed unlikely, but survives and gets back to a bounty rune here, so can even just farm it up a little bit. It was a shield rune up top there for the clockwork, so nothing of major consequence. Just means there'll be a better power rune next time for this Tiny or Lina.
Who's maybe even posturing close to Cloud, seeing an attempt on the Tide Hunter if he sticks in the lane for a little bit too long. We'll try to TP up, but the damage from Fishman. Oh, they both needed one more right click.
Yeah, I mean, look how close to level 5 as well on the Spectre. I think level 5 potentially even getting that kill. And Fishman's trying to get aggressive for the Wisdom Rune, but Jesvi's already there, so drops an obs, so at least keep an eye on the stacks, see if Magnus goes over to make a play on them.
If I think of any support that constantly tries to invade and steal Wisdom Rooms, I think Fishman is like top 3. I think he does this every single game. I don't know if there's a game that I watch where
look what he's doing. Oh no. All right, he went through the twin gate, but his Spirit is coming with a giant buff, but it might be too late.
I think it's way too far. I mean, you take a look at the minimap, you can see it flying from the opposite side, but yeah, it's not there anymore.
He ran it through his little stack and through his other small camp, but oh, it could have been good.
Could have been good, but in fact, he feeds a kill over and thinks they had a ward at the twin gate, but they were just ready there for him. So Virtus.pro, all the cores 1, 2, 3 in regards to their net worth. No big rune, unfortunately, is going to be a illusion for Chiro.
Rain is under a ward here, so the Earthspike could catch him, but I don't even think they have the kill out Tiny, do they? I guess they got time. Good old sleep. And Hex.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that hero. Right. Can't forget about that. Counterplay the one to Munkushi.
Yeah, maybe stuck here now. Notice ready to go with the RP. They're going to have the damage. Oh, they'll use the RP, but Tiro Jr.'s going to be ready. This is so ambitious. Maybe
the waveform missed.
They're coming through the portal, but no way. Now, maybe they'll turn their attention over to Tiro Jr. instead, but the Tiny kind of stuck in no man's land. But I mean, there are a lot of rotations from either side and potentially no casualties, really?
It's looking that way. Oh, wait. Sweden Strong. Waveform's coming back. Looks like Lion's going to... Oh, wait.
Nope. That's a rocket flare out of everything. And now Raine's going to be able to waltz into the middle. It's a decent toss, notice. About to go down. Cloud ready with the Ravage, but the Bramble clips on the TP in. Cloud will still cast it from afar. He's going to have enough mana here. Nande gets the waveform out. Is Cloud really TP going to be worthless? No. Okay. Munkushi, just the timing they needed with the Shadow Step coming back off cooldown. Are we done? Lena's coming bottom.
I know. Rain with a blood grenade here from the Clockwork. Oh, nice hit.
All right, we're gonna continue apparently because Munkushi was also farming. Notice going to do her best to stay on top of the Spectre. Squad X with the movement speed should be able to catch up as well. So they initially made the attempt on the Spectre. They weren't able to get it, but now here will be the last hero that dies in this ever so long skirmish.
Yeah, okay. Since we started, it's been about 90 seconds because RP is at 30 seconds now. So there you go.
See, long brawl. So hopefully the action that'll just be a little hint at what our game 2 is going to look like between these two teams.
I don't even know who that favored in the long run. I guess Virtus.pro because they've amassed more kills, but
definitely the Lena.
It was a lot of rotations.
I'll tell you, Alena's pretty happy. Top net worth, Munkushi not so happy.
You know, the poorest of the cores.
Yeah.
So going to be needing that team play setup, and we're 1,500 gold away from Blink Dagger on the Tinies, so it's not easy. I mean, look where this Lena's allowed to play right now. That's crazy.
Top lane, Cloud. Okay, well, yep. Lena, speaking of the positioning, they will be able to punish her over aggressiveness. Cloud top lane, though. They can't go into the Tide Hunter, Nande. Right, a nice side step here with the Anchor Smash, I believe, missing. So Nande may be having a little bit extra damage. Also get some mitigation. Is anyone coming to help Cloud? Oh my god, another battery cell comes back off cooldown. And now they're going to get him. I don't know if Fishman's TP was on cooldown or what, but he's, it's not now, but I don't know if it was before.
I think they were just so close. They thought they had it.
Yeah. Bit of an interesting game we got going on.
Yeah, it is indeed. Nande's going to deny the top tower, retreat to the jungle. And has the finished Vlads, I believe, being delivered here. Yep, so Morphling is pretty much on schedule. A little behind our fast Morphlings, but overall, you know, kind of what you'd expect. Same thing with the Spectre. And the Blade Mail's done, and then into the Radiance. So it won't be multiple smaller items. There's going to be Blade Mail into the Radiance after. So still going to be a pretty slow Spectre joining on these fights. Going to be very dependent on this Blink Dagger, which should be coming pretty fast here thanks to these stacks.
Speaking about the Blink, so notice is also maybe going to have it even before. In fact, it will have it before the Tiny. So we could have a fight around the mid lane, potentially for Virtus.pro. Looking for the mag to leave down bottom. Use that RP. Maybe into a little bit of damage onto the objective.
ET could just be dead right here if they wanted to maybe go for that. The trusty shovel, Kobold, perhaps blocking the hookshot, maybe making Rain not want to go for that. Ob-centric combo here is watching Rain. Can they punish the Clockwork?
Is he fought? What's he doing here? Actually,
he knows they're around, so he's kind of just chilling. I mean, he might flare him behind and try and start a fight around the Tide, but he stole that creep. That was pretty good.
Okay, 54 gold, nicely done. We're ready to go. Smoke up here from the Tiny. They're starting to move towards the clock, hoping for a juicy
the mag.
target.
He pops their smoke,
And they might be
he
able
gets
to
out.
find him. Notice, okay, blink over. Both sides reeling their own blink. And apparently no kills. Actually, I say that looks like clockwork. Is finally they're going to be able to stop the over-aggressiveness from the clock here. He's been playing a little bit up in the face, taunting them.
Blink again? Ooh, no, nothing there though. All right, well, swing and a miss on the first attempts here from the blink on the Tiny, at least in terms of getting like these big kills, you know, the ones that you really want. And now they're moving down here towards the Spectre, who was under a ward. I mean, they should know.
Let's see if they get the read. Bunkushi a little bit closer towards the tower. 1300 health. They're going to have to go through RPU straight away from noticing the TPs. Maybe the damage for the Dark Will is what they need. He did at least get the Blade Mail off, which might make them hesitant to commit. But we'll still be there. Jesfi. Echo Stomp held into place. They're going to have the line coming over from the right side. Who unfortunately doesn't have the damage bike himself just yet, but
no TP.
the skewer is going to be up in a couple of seconds. It's only level 1. Looks to... Oh my god.
Ah, yes, good. My dying breath. Thanks for the help, Kira.
Thank you, buddy. Okay, well, big kill. Big one they get on the Spectre. We've already seen that the Mag's Blink has been able to work out. Tiny still yet to get any impact out of his early Blink.
I feel like I'm surprised the Lena hasn't accelerated even more. Not that she's necessarily going that slow, but I feel like he's just been farming non-stop, and like I've seen him taking stacks and stuff too. But maybe just playing a little bit safe because of the Tiny, so not like full farm mode. Perhaps that's what the difference has been. But either way, the Eggs is nearly done here. 600 gold away.
And then the nuke show will start. Squad X has a couple of heroes that he's going to be able to blow up. Not too many. Knowing RP's on cooldown, maybe this is going to give them a window to be able to take the T1 tower mid. And it looks like that will be the case. So a free objective.
This is really good because it's also going to open up this mid lane for one win, and then maybe they can get these deep observer wars, which helps set up for the spectral daggers and the reality rifts.
Sure. We'll see where the priority is going to be. I mean, definitely triangle is an important spot for them, but more difficult to ward in such an area. I mean, VP should be able to control it, potentially get the D ward. So we'll see what the decision is going to be for one win instead.
It's a deep smoke. They smoke up near the mid ward that they had, and they're wrapping around. They might actually find Nande. Oh, they're going to see the courier.
Work? Could be an awkward spot for them to smoke. Yeah, they will do it on top of the chorus, who is able to react in time. Split is laid down, but the nuke gets enough. They blow him up. Everything had to be used, and with the response from Virtus.pro, they're going to be in to get some retribution. That'll be the one onto Tiny. Oh, one for one.
Man.
They may get Cloud too, by the looks of it. Defensive Ravage. Cloud. This helps him be able to get out, but that is a big ability now on cooldown, which kind of makes it an okay trade in the end.
It really does. I mean, it's more for Tiny, and the fact that now there's no Ravage you have to worry about, plus the Ags is done for the Lena. Like, Morph's going to be back in a few seconds. I think now you can play aggressive as Virtus.pro, and I mean, it might be a little early for Roche with their lineup, but they can certainly go and look for like a good fight and maybe even a tower. Like, they could definitely take the tier 1 mid. Would be a pretty good target. Maybe like smoke through the Radiant jungle towards tier 1 mid. That's probably going to be the play. Because no Ravage is just a gift right now.
Yeah, begging for a good fight. We'll see if one win want to give it to them, though, because they are clumping up.
Oh,
maybe Spectre's going to be the target.
I mean, you can see how he's farming.
Decent location. They know, though? Yeah, they're going to be able to see him. No hesitation with the use of the RP. They will not mess around with an opportunity to get rid of the carry and continue to drop his position in the net worth. They will take that whenever they get that chance.
Yeah, they did blow up the wave mid at least, and True Junior is looking to do it again, so wants to make sure that they don't have a way to push this tower. At least not easily.
Seems like, I don't know, this seems like a weird game at the moment. Like, no one's we've had a lot of attempts early on with some kills, wasn't paying off. Now we're getting them onto the carries and some big core heroes, but everyone's still farming like quite well.
Yeah, it is a little strange. I think part of it is because this Morphling and Lina both feel like they want a few extra items. I think they're not super concerned because the Spectre is not like some beast. I think she's lowest on the cores. So a good fight for one win pretty much has to start with Chira Jr. getting a big explosion and some sort of a pick-off. And right now you're kind of vulnerable to that on both the Lina and the Morphling. So Morphling now gets the Manta. That's really helpful. It's a lot of stats and then just some defensive capability for some of these situations. And then the Lina having the shards so that people actually die is,
Yep.
you know, the best defense is a good offense.
Yep.
That's some heavy nuke potential right now for this Tiny, though. This is level 12 plus the Echo Saver. So I'm not sure what the max nuke is. Probably like 14 or 1,500, 1,600 damage, maybe with a tree throw. Oh, we almost got to find out there unnoticed.
Oh, he commits pretty deep for it. Didn't get lucky with the initial jump, and now Chira Jr. stepped far too close. You needed to just give up on that initial attempt, but went fishing even more. Now Sweet and Strong's going to be caught inside their own jungle as well. Drops a ward, but they may have even scouted this one out too.
That was kind of a Spectre lineup issue, I think, where he was thinking, I have a Tidehunter and I have a Spectre, so I'm really good at counter initiation. So if we start a fight here and they all run in, like, my teammates are here to back me up. But unfortunately, your Tide doesn't have Blink yet, so he can't get that far when the Skewer comes out after. And Spectre doesn't want to commit into a fight that looks that scary.
Yeah. But at least, speaking of the Spectre, is very close towards Radiant. So Munkushi previously has been the target from Virtus.pro with a lot of their aggressive invasions into the jungle. He is fine. Maybe it's Cloud top lane though. There's a couple of heroes nearby from Virtus.pro. Okay. We are chilling. Do we feel like either side have Roche on their mind pretty shortly? We're 20 minutes in, getting close towards some big items, or is this one where you feel like first Roche is, you know, still not really something that either sides are thinking about?
I think if anyone was, it would be Virtus.pro. Like, they're the more likely ones. You have the Morphling, just very good at taking down these stationary objectives and relatively fast. Even if you don't have like a minus armor lineup or something, he's kind of chilling, you know? You got this high armor, you got Morph, so you're fine. That's probably the big thing. For now, showing the power of Morphling by attacking the Tormentor here. Easy.
Easy done.
It's going to be for the Willow, which is always very annoying, especially in these longer, drawn-out engagements. Oh, that ward, though, the Death Ward, it paid off from Sweet and Strong.
Well, unfortunately, if they were waited for a couple more seconds, the patience, they may have actually seen the Morphling running up to the high ground. So unfortunately, they are not going to get the kill onto Nande.
They did see him with the... Oh, no, well, he will see now the Manta illusions come out. So they know probably where he is based just off the Manta. That he's over by the Ancients. They're not going to head over there.
They are all down bottom, though. I don't know if this is them thinking about Roche or just wanting the tier 1 tower, but this is a pretty heavy investment from one win with all their heroes in this area.
Yeah, they can go do it. I mean, the possibility opened up with the kill on the Dark Willow. You're all here anyway. It's not the fastest, but you also have Elder Titan and Tide with Ravage, so I'm not exactly inclined to contest this as Virtus.pro. They're still going to try and smoke up for this. I mean, they're slow, but are they that slow? Another flare. Oh, they are that slow. Oh, this looks bad. Oh, this looks bad.
It seemed like the ET was honestly really helping with being in the pit. Yeah, they see how slow this is actually going to be, so the smoking going to leave. And we will now have a 5v5 fight for that first Roche, the Graham.
Tide with the blink, though. If they give the good vision for the Tide.
We've got to see Chira Jr. He's itching for the initiation. Going to try and find the angle. Cloud, he gets it first, but also they're going to stop Chira Jr. from jumping. Meanwhile, they actually went for the Aegis. Nande committed to the pit, so they've got the second life for the Morphling. Nande is going to be free to wait for him. Nothing he has to fear. With the RP clipping onto 2 as well. Notice going to do his best as he can. Comboed up the Terrorize. But the damage, it's not there at the moment. Now Nande once again is going to try and commit in. He's doing his best in the Morphling. Nice timing of the blink though. At least Tide's able to get some separation over towards the left side. Him or Fishman as well will be able to find an angle to TP out just on the skirts of that Bramble. But, I mean, that's a big victory though for Virtus.pro in the end. Nande gets the Aegis. You get a buyback out of 1 win as well. And a really nice fight against some of the team fight ultimates that 1W were playing with.
Oh man, it's just, that's Morphling, huh? It's just like, you compare the two heroes in something like getting an objective like that, and it's just so ridiculous how fast Morphling is at it. He was just in there for a second. He nukes down like a quarter of the HP of that Roche, whereas 1-1 were whittling it away for so long with their heroes. I mean, Spectre's base damage isn't even triple digits right now. Morphling's at 251.
Yeah.
Like, it's just it's just absurd.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's actually so sad to see. The damage from Mikushi compared to the Morphling. I
mean, obviously you have Desolate and you add it on for the Spectre, but compared with the attack speed of a Morphling, it's just gross.
Yeah.
He attacks twice as fast as the Spectre on top of that.
And, well, the Spectre, in regards to the carry matchup, is going to continue to fall a little bit down, especially if Nande has another fight like that. And I feel like he's in prime position to be able to do so. Level 18. We've got to see as well if they can... you got pretty lucky, I think, with the timing. Like, Cloud dropped Ravage as soon as the hookshot connected onto the Tiny, so there was no real follow-up with the decent Ravage that we saw from Cloud.
I mean, Lina also flew out of it too, so it zoned back the Lina, but he didn't have any chance to actually like punish her, or maybe, maybe next fight the Shard will be there, and maybe you see that same situation. There could be a follow-up with something. Wow, Cloud is...
What?
In there with the swimwear right now.
Yeah, dude, I was a little concerned. I saw her just walking past 2 members. Apparently he's fine. Bottom lane, Squad X. Maybe looking for the kill onto ET. Potentially Chira Jr. Nice sidestep. So misses the hookshot, but the rest of the team's coming down though. They are actually nearby. A potential fight. Chira Jr. activates CM damage.
Is this the Ravage?
He doesn't get the big angle, but they only jump onto the clockwork. Ravage will fire instantly with a connection onto Nande. Nande's going to be fine though. Steps over to the right side, but they've got the RP, but it's onto an illusion because Mikushi shadow steps out of the perfect timing. Dodges the RP, and now everyone else is able to get the blink away. Clouds to safety. Fishman, unfortunately, will not have an escape avenue. He's going to be cut down on the retreat. So, BP, they will at least be able to find something. It's going to be 2 kills. They did have to get the buyback out of the clockwork.
Yeah, it looks like Chira should be able to escape it. Man, Nande is just constantly grabbing this Tiny as well, having these additional stuns in the engagements. Very frustrating for them to deal with. They'll finally get that tier 1 mid tower. Pretty much the only thing that 1-1 head over their opponents in this one. And Nande playing fearlessly here with his Aegis, immediately just onto the tier 2 tower after finally getting the tier 1.
Dude, it's so funny with the hats.
Wiggling around. Wobbling.
Yeah. This guy's 5-2 and 4. Keep giving the hats. Did they get a glimpse of Chira Jr.? Squad X? With the LSA, but I mean, he's going to try and TP out. No, what?
That was crazy.
That is a crazy TP. This guy had the read, apparently.
Yeah, I have no idea how that just worked. That was crazy. That was actually a ridiculous TP. Respect to Chira Jr. somehow surviving there.
It kind of feels like this game is starting to slip out of control, though, from 1 win. And Nande's been an absolute beast this series so far. I'm quite impressed with the new addition to Virtus.pro. I was thinking that maybe the comms might be something of an issue. I mean, I don't know how good his Russian is, but I don't know how commonly spoken, honestly, it is in Georgia. But he's maybe the carry doesn't need to communicate that much. He's doing fine.
Yeah, doing just grand. And they're going to keep that pressure up. They got nothing to say on the side of 1 win. Chira's just camping the mid-tier 2. Sweenstrong is stealing their Wisdom Rune, but it does get flared, so he decides to taunt at them. Very good choice. Unfortunately, they're taunting you by taking your tier 3.
Definitely a bigger taunt. feel worse about my tier 3 going down.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, alright. Well, sick. What now? So, off the back of that fight down bottom and then the ages, 5 minutes they got out of it. This net worth lead is up to 8,000. A lot of that is the Morphling. And you did... Well, you felt like it was the ET was a big enough response. This was your first pick against the Morphling, but we are yet to see that really come into play.
Yeah. I think it's a little overrated, to be honest. Because how often do you actually get... Like, ever since they changed it... I mean, this was probably like 8 years ago at this point. I don't even know how long ago that was. They changed it so that the physical is always on the hero and the magic's always on the spirit. That ever since they did that, I feel like that counter just wasn't nearly as impactful.
Yeah, very much agree.
Like, how often are you in physical range of the Morphling as the ET, right?
I feel like it's something that we, if we ever get back to the stage where, well, not like we were ever there, but if, maybe core ET becomes a bit more viable with a little bit more net worth, then we could see that be the case. But you don't have really that ability.
Now, I mean, it is still useful because if you're chain stunning the Morphling and it gives time for you to get in close, then yes, it does help your allies kill him, for sure. There's no doubt about that. I mean, right now he is 41 armor he'd lose.
Maybe dead, BKB. Defensive use for him, but he's going to be able to scurry away to the safety of his side of the map and the rest of the boys. So we have not really seen much out of the Spectre. A hero who could be aggressive with the Shadow Step. Radiance Manta looking for the Skadi next. They're going to finally go for a smoke from them, maybe feeling like this is the opportunity. But a formation has been set up around Nande, who's sieging the T2 tower. We'll be able to take it before one win get here.
A big wrap.
Yeah.
They're just moving completely out of the zone, unfortunately. Let's say they know where they are. Spectre gets a good circle on it. There's clockwork.
Right. Okay, run straight into them. Looks like it should be a quick blow up. Maybe the line's going to be nuked down from the Lina as well. Now, Lina has kind of been stuck in the middle of the teamfight. Cloud wasn't wanting to use the Ravage. Everyone else was a little bit too far away to capitalize on that ultimate, and they are starting to be run down.
And notice Lincoln squad X, so he didn't get caught by the dead in the water. Or else there could have maybe been a Spectre play in with a Ravage.
Maybe Roche is where we finally get that big fight. Looks like that will be the case. I mean, they're starting to move down from Virtus.pro. Squad X is going to be able to shove out mid. But honestly, I've been itching for a big team fight. We've got some big ultimates, but you have to see it since previously. And it's going to go uncontested by the looks of it. So second Roche, we saw what Nande and the boys at VP were able to do previously. And he will take it, raining down some crits. And this boy's damage, we were speaking about it before with how there's a big advantage compared to the Spectre. I feel like it's getting even more now with Empower as well added on top.
All right, well, the rich get richer, and they're going to smoke up and just head down mid. I think they're ready to just knock on the high ground. The line is drawn. Actually, that's the line from Swedenstrong saying, they're coming. Beware.
Yes. Beware, be ready. They are out of the base, though, so they are currently not ready for defense. We'll see if one will even be had with it. You're going to be forced to do something. Small thing.
Okay. We got the tiny classic, though, the quiver. The big bonus damage. Who can he even nuke and kill? I mean, Willow, I guess.
Yeah. I guess that's probably the easy one. The Lina positioning should be a bit better. Cloud's just shocking. I mean, they are also trying to scout some heroes up to the far top side of the map with the Spectre and the Lion, but they're going to see no one playing there. I don't know if Spectre was trying to farm a little bit of gold towards this last item, but you are losing some buildings. How do you take the team fight? Maybe a wraparound is what they need, but the formation, it's looking pretty goddamn good. They're going to attempt for the toss into the Hex. Ooh. Maybe trying to force a reaction, get everyone closer inside the base. Cloud's in trouble. The Kraken Shell gives an opportunity to pop the Ravage, but it's not going to matter. Nowadays, crits, they're far too much. You've got to buy back, but it's really got to do nothing without the Tidon to having this bulk ultimate. And you also have a glimpse of the Spectre, who attempted with the Shadow Step, but now he is stuck outside the base, and Monkushi's getting hunted.
Well, I'm surprised Lina didn't commit there, but the allies weren't quite there, so gonna let it go. All right, well, there's no BKBs, and they have an Orchid on Spectre, so they have to smoke out here. They don't have a choice. They gotta try and find an Orchid play onto this Lina.
Maybe they can with the Far Observer Ward. Chirajuni's going to be able to get the initiation. Munkushi will try and step in, but the RP is just a little bit too late from Notice. They'll still try. The buyback comes through from the mid laner, so a big commitment inside the team fight. They're going to be able to isolate Notice as well. Also deal with the first life thanks to the blade from Munkushi. It's looking decent.
Lina lost her TP.
Maybe finally this is the team fight with the instant Hex off the back of the respawn.
She got back with no TP.
Wow.
It got canceled or something.
What happened?
I don't know. But she did not get back in the fight after the buyback. That is an expensive mistake. Well.
We got a game by the looks of it.
Yeah, we definitely do. That was unexpected. I mean, that was a really nice play to immediately smoke out with the dead Tidehunter and reveal that Orchid into something. I mean, with the grab from Chira Jr., they didn't actually even need the Orchid. It was just like the cherry on top to ensure the Lina was going to die. But then the follow-up too as well for the immediate kill into the Morphling. I didn't see what happened. How did he not get BKB off? Did he swap it in too late?
Yep, maybe actually. I don't know. Because, yeah, he should have been able to get BKB before... you should have been able to get it right before the Hex.
Yeah, 100%. So I think you just... oh, you know what, though? Is that you can't queue stuff on spawn, right? Including from Aegis. So in theory, if you're just mashing, it would be like clicking for a rune, I believe. Because you can't, it's not like being stunned, where as long as you press BKB, once the stun ends, it will BKB no matter what, and you won't get hexed. Or, you know, whatever. So that could have been the reason why.
And I think because I believe the Blade Mail Dispersion took him by surprise as well, which is how he lost his first life. So, I mean, you've got Shivas now from Pied. Shard's about to be claimed. I mean, it's okay.
It's only a 1k lead. That's crazy.
How? What?
I would still rather be Virtus.pro. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Even with the goal being down that low. Like I'm still feeling the fear. Like I still think that you need a pretty good start to these engagements as one win.
Does Spectre just win this game though? Is he going Scepter?
No, he's going Scotty.
Okay, maybe Scotty Scepter. I would hope. I feel like how does Lina and Mag play the fights as soon as
they have a deep ward right now? This is it. This is how you do it. If they stick around here long enough, but.
Okay, they're out.
These are the kind of plays that will win them the game. It's deep wards that allow the Spectre and the Lion to get these jumps.
And they're going to try and set up around the ward, but unfortunately VP, they've left the area. They're playing on the far east side of the map, so far west. And they will occupy Radiant's Triangle instead. So we do indeed have a game. One that I was not expecting for us to be in this position, but one big fight and a costly buyback, and now makes SquadX game very hard. You see he's going to be going for a defensive item in regards to the Lincolns, maybe helping to protect him. But it feels like this one might slow down. I mean, VP are smoking with that being said. Looking to try and play aggressive. Stop some of the momentum that is being built. Smoke's going to pop underneath the wood. And Sweden Strong's going to be able to get the blink away. Retreat has called. They will lose their ward, unfortunately.
Good old game of ninja gear and trickster cloaks. So smoke and mirrors all over the place here. We got 5 ninja gears. This item, man.
My god.
It is. I mean, I take it every time for sure. I don't care what role.
Yeah.
I feel like you just, and I definitely get it for pro games, especially because obviously Vision is king when it comes to these team fights and everything. So it's super important to have. Oh, we might even get a 6th one here. Sweden Strong still hasn't used his neutral, but it's going to be the telescope.
Yeah.
Great item for Lion. Very boring, though. You're right. Yes, of course.
Sorry, I should have said great item first.
Yes. I mean, it is good. That's Lion, baby. That's every spell, every item. He loves telescope.
Yeah.
Oh, and the scan cooldown reduction, of course. Don't forget that.
Oh, of course.
Yes.
What is the reduction even?
50%.
Oh, I see. That's why he got it.
Scan like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you got to find people in their ninja gear. That's why you need it.
I see. So this is the counter to ninja gear.
Yes.
Have we worked it out? It's actually the telescope, more scan.
It should be stacking. You know? That would be good. If we just kept stacking the scan cooldown reduction.
And if you scan someone with the telescope, you should get a buff.
Now we're talking a permanent buff.
Yeah.
To reduce it even further. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, now we're good.
And then how many correct scans do you think they need to make it a permanent uptime?
Well, you have to get 10 scans correct, then it becomes a kaleidoscope. Turns into a new item, you see. Yeah, I'll leave that to Icebrock. He can decide what it does. Yeah.
Okay. So we gave him the ideas, but just like he needs to fine tune it a little bit.
It's important. Yeah, you don't want to spoon feed it to him here. Cheer Jr. coming in, smoked up. Oh, it's so close right now. I can't believe these smokes haven't popped. All right, there it finally pops on the Shadow Blade and the Silver Edge.
Oh, Diddy ready to go as well. Got it. Are they actually going to leave the area? They're retreating next to a Dire Observer Ward, which will give them confidence to be able to commit for Roche. Do you agree with the call to
doing
kind
Roche? Haha.
Yeah. Do you agree with this call to leave the area?
If you're not there perfectly set up, you're not. Yeah, I mean, I agree to leave. Yeah, you're not gonna beat a Morphling in these situations. I think it's not how you want this game to end. Your high ground is good. You're definitely still fighting at a deficit, so I would rather wait it out if I was them for sure.
They are setting up top lane though. Cheer Jr. might show in the lane. I thought he was going to try and farm the wave. Might just use the toss to be a bit annoying, but they may have the read that this is happening though.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, Smoke's going to pop! Blink to the west instead. Okay, so some stall tactics here for one win. Still, Nande is a absolute menace this game. Top net worth, and that is not going to be stopping anytime soon.
Oh, I see Cloud jumps to the secret shop and TP's out to pick up a refresher. So, okay. Big item here for the tie. What's his mana like? 1,000. All right, we got to keep an eye on that.
Sick. A little bit low.
It's a bit tight. I got to use that soul ring.
Yep. Ah, it's the cogs. That's what we're looking at actually inside these fights.
The cogs? The mana burn?
Yeah, the mana burn.
All right, that'll be it. The game-winning cogs.
Is he going to be able to get the blink away? Has the invis. Detection's going to be there, and they're on him straight away. Notice is gone. Nice start. Great start here for one win.
Still coming in.
They still feel strong enough from Virtus.pro with the Aegis advantage. We've seen Nande's been an absolute beast. Cloud pops refresher.
Okay,
Meanwhile, Line. Okay, gets blown over to the other side. So it is. They have been able to equalize 4v4. Nande still in pursuit. Down to the low ground. They're going to make the attempt at the Earth Splitter. Raine's going to be in as well to disrupt. It's a pretty good cogs in an awkward position. blocks the Spectre away from being able to make it down to the low ground. And buybacks as well, once again, going to be used. Sweden Strong looking to get involved, but VP, they are out.
I think that tree throw just did like 1,000 damage. Yeah, he tree threw him for 774, and then the Conda. That's where that clockwork just went. So that's kind of disgusting.
Jesus. Oh, buyback status. Lion's the only one with it on cooldown. Some of the others is just the gold, which is going to be a bit of an issue. But man, I still can't believe this net worth is over 5,000 favoring VP. It feels like they have such a larger lead. Oh, Chiro. Oh my god, just out of range.
Okay. Not even close. Now the AC. Man, they're getting these big items. And of course, only one Ravage used, so the other one's just chilling right now with the refresh.
What are we baiting? Oh, we're strength.
Oh my god, look what he's doing.
Okay.
This is disgusting. Yeah. That is gross. I hate this hero.
Yeah, it is one of the more conceptually broken here. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. A 3,000 damage barrier from a shield rune at 44 minutes. Nah, that's great. No, that's really cool. Plus an Aegis. So he's got to kill this Morphling 3 times.
And they're like, all right, it's a massive advantage. Let's smoke and try and force a fight. They may just not really worry about jumping Cloud. Cloud will pay off some respect. And maybe they're going to see the big shield that he's playing with on Nande and think about, okay, like, how do we actually mount the defense? But they got to come up with something quick.
I don't know if there's an answer here, Ares. They can keep sleeping him. But he has so much wiggle room.
They're going to have to do something. They'll look for the toss back. Into the Instant Hex as well. Shield Rune's gone, but you haven't dealt with the Strength Morph, and you still haven't touched the Aegis. Nande will lose the first life. Eyes on the Hex if we're going to be able to get it off the back of the respawn. Nande BKB, he's fine. Waveform's out. Do they want to chase someone?
I mean, they could go. Like, it's double Ravage. In theory, there's a chase moment here. But there's a lot of vision left behind from Virtus.pro. So if you're not smoked up, they're going to see you chasing.
Alright. Looks like they will respect that potential vision and maybe turn around. Chiro Jr. is still leading the charge.
Man, that was kind of frustrating. Not going to lie. Having to just give that up essentially because of the shield rune. But
Chiro Jr. with the BKB on cooldown, this is a big opportunity. Squad X over to the right side should be able to showcase the damage, and BKB's protect against the Ravage. That's not going to be the X factor this team fight. Monkushi's out. And meanwhile, they also clip Cloud. Cloud still able to get the blink away, but he put it straight into the grasping hands of Nande. Nande, here's their warm welcome gift. He has all the damage they need, raining down the crits. There's going to be a buyback out of Chiro, but importantly, the Lion and the Tide both do not have buybacks.
Yeah, as long as they just get the creeps in here, this could be game if they want to just push it right now. But, I mean, there's no BKB on the Morphling, there's no BKB on the Lina, so they have to be at least a little bit cautious, because in theory, with the combination of the ET and the Spectral Haunt and the Tiny, they could blow up this Lina.
The Morphling saw something that needs to be addressed.
He did it. He got the spacing.
All right.
Because during the chain stun, the ET gets in there, so he's no armor.
They held?
Oh my god. Okay.
I was not expecting them to be able to hold that.
I mean, he has like no armor, right? Like, if the ET gets in there, yeah, I don't know. I thought there was gonna be like a hookshot and an RP or something. Like, I thought there was more of some sort of a counterplay if you're gonna sit the Morphling like that. But maybe they just weren't expecting to be that fast that he would go down.
Mm-hmm.
But every hit is going to do a crazy amount of damage if the ET is able to get that close.
Yeah.
And of course, the level 20 talent, he didn't even take the Order Radius. He took the Cleave, as one should. Yeah, that was, what, 2 hits from Tiny? That's crazy.
What is the ET going for next? How do we enable
Eggs,
him
of
more to
course.
get in? Okay.
Always eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you need to like go crazy and try like a blink or something. I think this is the right way to play it. Just get your eggs. So I mean, it's essentially your BKB. So I wouldn't even mind if you went just straight up BKB instead of the eggs. But you know, an ET player, they can't handle that. They have to go eggs. I understand.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
It's just sad when like the spirit doesn't get back and they die, and you're just like, maybe BKB.
Right, come on. As fellow Dota players, we know this
Yes.
BKB item. If we can get it in a different way than buying BKB, then we will do that.
No, of course. I mean, with the cleave too, you know, you get some damage. You're smacking everybody.
Yeah.
Now, what worries me is that Lena has the buyback again. Lena has Boots of Travel too.
Oh,
So
see.
this game can just end, I think, in Virtus.pro's favor very, very easily.
I thought you were going to go a different way. I thought you were going to say she buys back in.
This is not the Kiyotaka. This is rest in peace, by the way. Welcome back, GPK. But you know, maybe he can jump in one of these teams.
Oh, aggressive jump inside the river, trying to blow up the clockwork. It will be successful, but of course it puts the BKB onto cooldown.
they keep getting these little ways to stop things. Like, just end the momentum that Virtus.pro have going for them. Every time it feels like, okay, we're just going to group up. I feel like I've seen the line drawn down mid like 12 times this game. Oh, and Tiny's done. He's finished. Chira has had enough. Oh, wait, can we maybe get ourselves a little bit of a... of course, now it's daytime. Can I get an Ags on this Tiny? Please? Bring it back. I haven't seen tree volley in 1,000 years, but
yeah,
he is slowly making his way down here. No boots, no problem.
Oh, unfortunately, you're going to be playing into the Aegis advantage. Refresher Shard's going to be dropped on the deck as well. Let's see if they'll still take the fight. 4v5.
Okay, there it is.
Spectre's going to give them the vision here with the Haunt. That they are smoked up.
That's
The
the
moment
Morphling.
Jira Jr. wants to try and jump in. They got the Morphling. Nanda, he's fine though. Protected with the Silver's Edge momentarily. Meanwhile, notice over to the north side. Being able to escape over to the other side of the bridge. They are still chasing down this Magnus, trying to poke him from afar. The formation has been reset. Mac's going to buy back if he wants to look to rejoin. We'll see if they'll even need it, though, as now Radiant, they're the ones that are trying to tuck and run.
They had like no vision. It was so hard to keep the vision going because it got so spread out that Invis just saved them. I think they're lucky they didn't lose more, to be honest. It felt like one were way overextending on this chase. Like, Nande gets out purely off of Invis. The Magnus, it draws them all the way back to tier 2 because of the Invis. Cloud does have another Ravage here.
Okay.
They're not going to try something.
Yeah, I was a little worried for a second they were going to maybe think about going for Cloud. But nope, they will back one up. So 4v4, but of course, slight advantage favoring one win. Well, still didn't deal with the edges, I suppose.
No. Man, the Tiny Rapier's so weird, too. It's like, without the tree volley, I don't know, it's not that scary. Am I crazy?
No, I agree.
Like, it's one tree. You know what I mean? Like, it's one tree and it's your Echo Saber.
Imagine like 10 trees slamming you in the face.
Yeah.
It may also run into some people. Okay. Dude, Chiri Jr. is playing on a knife's edge right now with his rapier. It's scaring me.
He's playing to win. I like it.
I respect it, but
Yeah.
it's my heart is. I don't know if I was not born for this.
Well, Squadix is trying to open up some slots here by consuming his eggs with the blessing and trying to get into a refresher with his 5,500 gold surplus.
Yeah, boy's rich.
What are our buybacks looking like anyway? Oh, yeah, there we go. Thank you. Only Tiny
good.
is on the timer. Then we got a couple of gold issues.
That's definitely not bad. Gonna have some advantage to work with. Are we really going to get 60 minutes? I mean, this fact we're even still in this, I really thought it was going to be over Chira.
Yeah. I'm so scared.
And he's on the edge. Gets a jump on the Morphling. They're really going to try and blow up Nande with the Aegis. Looks like they might be able to bring him down over to the right side. There is a Ravage as well, but the BKB protects him. Notice, ready to respond with his own RP, but it's not good enough. They'll deal with the Lion turn now. Squad X second round Laguna Blade. They'll cleave through Cloud. Tide's going to buy back. He's ready to go. Eyes over to the
They got him again!
Man on top of him. He's gone.
The Earth
The
Spike.
minus armor coming into play. Eddie's massive for them. They're going to be able to stop Jez V, though it looks like they will. Sweet and strong. The Lion performance inside the team fight was massive for them. And a big reason why they are going to be on top after that engagement.
That's actually ridiculous. He's not getting to use his BKB. That is what's consistently happening because he's trying to use the Aegis instead, and his BKB is just never either it's not swapped in time or he's getting overlapped with things like the Earth Spike. As you know, as the fighting game players would say, these are some meaty Earth Spikes. So on Wake Up, you know, it's just there, and if he doesn't have the DP or in this case the BKB, he's dead. Don't worry, there's like 30 people that got that. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm just nodding my head. Yes, I understand.
Yes, exactly.
Yes,
That's
yes.
the correct play.
Okay,
so this is a massive problem. Now we got buybacks being forced out. Now we have actual win condition possibilities. Now the Haunt is 75 seconds away. The Haunt is big in these fights.
Yeah.
So it is difficult to immediately force the buybacks.
He may
and there's
buy
also
full
tier 2's
refresher.
top and bottom.
Yes, exactly like you're saying. I suppose what is the play to be able to end with those outer towers, and they will make sure there is no opportunity for them to get caught too far inside VP's base with the respawns coming up shortly. So they will try and farm these last little bit of items. Again, important. I mean, Scepter for Fishman. You have, I said it before, a refresher on the Spectre. Is the other one. And we are putting ourselves in a pretty good position to be able to make it 60 minutes by the looks of it.
Ooh. I love what Cloud has done too. Goes for the Aeon disc. Bit of a late game pickup here. I didn't notice that. I don't know if that was before this last fight, but yeah, that's a good one. Just recognizing that after the buyback that needs to have this as a possibility.
Is this also on another item topic? Would you? I mean, tiny swapping between the like the damage portion or the spell lamp on the rapier. I don't know which is better.
I would guess the damage portion simply because of the tree throw, right? But I mean, there probably is a you know, maybe you should be on spell and then swap when you throw the tree. Right? Like avatar swap and then do tree play. That's kind of sick.
Okay. Well, that is maximizing.
I mean, he's swapping now.
Nande. Shield rune again. So this 3,500. This time he doesn't have the Aegis that he had previously. Now Fishman is starting to be a little bit of a problem, especially with his natural order inside the fights, and they're going to make sure they try and take him out of the equation. It's a quick buyback. They want to force the issue here.
I don't know.
We're going to try and get in, but the retreat is there. Virtus.pro, they'll make sure they disengage as a unit, and that buyback is completely wasted.
Yeah, I mean, there's no Lina BKB, so you don't really want to fight as Virtus.pro either. But Morphling also still has BKB, so it's still kind of angling for an overextension from one win. Both teams have reasons to try and fight this right now. Good dire vision right here if they get revealed off the smoke, though.
Chirrut Jr. with the rapier being the first person
Notice
on the front line. Okay.
Back we go.
And actually through bottom. So maybe not reading this. Let's see. I mean, Munkushi is going to shove out this lane. Won't look to go for any more. But we'll try and at least play closer towards the team. So maybe an opportunity for Virtus.pro with the Spectre being alone down bottom. They will not catch him.
Chirrut Jr. just keeps swapping his rapier randomly.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been seeing that too. I don't know what's going on. They may get someone though here. Okay, nice read.
Refresher is up for the Spectre if they see their moment. Like right now,
Junior.
this would be a good time to do it.
Charging forward. Oh, with the blink over the back, but he doesn't actually catch anyone. Now he's stuck inside the lane, but it's a great Ravage. Cloud gives us a multiple heroes. Junior being able to get the cleave. Second Ravage. That's the fight winner. That is a massive victory here for 1 win. Almost going to be able to get up to the Dark Willow as well. A little bit too late, unfortunately, with the stun, but I thought it wasn't going to look good when you get the jump on the Tiny onto no one, but the response, it was ready for Cloud.
It's crazy how much damage they're putting out here, too, right? That Morphling took 5,100 damage to kill. Like, that's how much it takes, and they're doing it in that short of an interval. Excellent play there as well, just to use the Refresher. Like, that is the benefit of having this on the Spectre. The Refresher Ags is just so powerful, because while you're hunting across the map, you find a moment where it's actually a good fight, you can just let it rip. Lina, trying to make something happen from the high ground here. Do they have something on the Spectre?
Maybe they do. They're going to try and go all or nothing, but the Spectre's pretty tanky. They're going to have the damage to go through the health pool, but Kushi's falling low, but not low enough. They've got rid of Notice. Now their attention's going to be put onto the Dark Willow as well. We saw previously Jez V was able to escape, but this time, she will be cut short.
And Lion will just grab that gem before the courier can get to it. And this is very reminiscent of the Bet Boom loss with the Lina as well. Not so much the Lina dying, instead it's just the Morphling this time. Not getting any plays out of Nande. We talk about how amazing he was playing this game, but eventually the Hex, the Earth Spikes on display, and then these double Ravages. He's not able to find the timings with his BKB. I still can't believe he has an 8-second BKB. I mean, you don't want to use it at the wrong time, but you do want to use it.
That's true. That's a good tip. Thank you. I like that. And unfortunately, we're not seeing it be used, and now it's a full set of barracks bottom. Potentially is a fight, though. You're going to have to use some of the buybacks. The Rapier might be up for grabs, and okay, Tira Jr. Now gives a Rapier over to Nante. What's it? I mean, he's been playing flawlessly since the Rapier was bought, but now just overgot you.
All right, tier 5, let's go. 60 minutes, baby.
Oh, man, I can't remember the last time I saw 60 minutes. At least the game that I casted. I mean, I'm sure there's been some, probably the recent tournaments, but I haven't seen tier 5s for a while.
Oh, it's always a good time. I mean, we got an amplified damage rune that looks like Munkushi's luckily going to find before the Morphling, so their game doesn't just end right now, so that's good. Ah, my favorite item. We go from ninja gear to mirror shields. God. Oh, we got an Apex Morphling. Let's go.
Oh, shit. What are some of the ones you're hoping for?
Did you just buy Refresher on Morphling? My brother, you don't press BKB once. Why do you need 2 of them?
No, it's because he used it once, so I thought he's going to use it again.
Man, that worked out pretty well when I used it. I might use this a little more often.
I might buy an item to never use it a second time. All right.
More mirror shields, Arcanist armor. For the Clockwork, I saw some Force Boots there for the Lion. Another Mirror Shield for the Magnus. All right, so AoE Hex was not taken, obviously. Now, this is the thing. The AoE Hex is less popular now because of the Degree Cone on Earth Spike. But versus Mirror Shield, AoE Hex was always like the clutch move. But I don't know.
Wait, are they running it though? Really?
Oh, the cone did not work.
I mean, Tiny does not want to buy back. They're going to do their best to still try and take the team fight. Lion's already got to start over to the right side by the pit. They've been able to ice it with the Clockwork. He's gone as well. Now, Nande as well might be in some trouble. Can't use BKB this time because it was on cooldown at the last second, and a double buybacks were there from 1 win.
And now the Rapier is still down. Tiny has bought another Rapier, so we've just got extra Rapier action right now. Wait, does it even make sense? I was going to say, he almost put away his Echo Saber to pick up the Rapier, but does that even make sense?
I
think that's less damage. Right?
Would you, like, ET? Nah, maybe ET dies too easy. I don't know.
That's literally less damage. There's no way that's more damage to have a second Rapier than Echo Saber. I'm pretty sure, because you're only adding, what, 250? I mean, 350, right? With the bonus and blah, blah, blah. But you get 2 attacks with the Echo Saber. I know I'm North American, but my math is okay.
I think I see what you're cooking.
It's just like, what do I do? How do I solve this itemization issue?
Oh no. Is this a backpack the saber? Yeah. That's a tricky one.
That's
And the issue is he like maybe it would be okay, but because he had to buy the rapier, now he has no gold for scepter, and he's gonna be a while away till he gets the blessing.
That's true. If he gets the egg,
That's
it
a
would be
lot of
disgusting.
hats. Sorry, I saw Lena with.
Oh my
That's a lot
god,
of
there's a
hats,
lot of
dude.
hats. What the hell? Holy. The Dr.
Jeez.
Seuss level action going on right now.
Yeah, Jesus. 12-2 and 11, but I was speaking a lot about Nande. But no, Squad X is putting up a decent KDA. Unfortunately, it's not really resulting in much.
He's been living the second half of the game. Like, Nandi's been in there, in the trenches.
Putting in the work, the shift. I feel like he's been, unfortunately, making the trenches a little bit deeper, though, in some of these fights on Nande. Joey was digging trenches for the other team. Now is not working out for him, unfortunately. What a buyback status looking like? So Fishman's up in a little bit. And beside that's going to be 2 down from either side after 45 seconds.
The refresher shard, I don't know if you mentioned it, sorry, I might have missed it, is still sitting on Fishman right now.
Okay.
I was kind of curious what they do with that, but I could see Lion being a good candidate as well. I mean, Fishman is like, in theory, you can make some crazy plays for sure. Like between the Spirit as well as like double ulti, but I feel like the Lion is more reliable for just like potential clutching the game, especially with the Mirror Shield.
Yes, I would agree. Unfortunately, you have already 2 refresher heroes and Jira has no slots for the shard, so you have to make do. Is this a heart really from Fishman? Is this what? I mean, I guess what is he just trying to stay alive? So he doesn't.
Yeah. You just want to get your spirit off.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
fine.
Okay. What okay, he went mirror shield. I was just gonna say, where did he go?
think
So we got another mirror
AC
shield.
would be also really good just to help his tiny, so he can actually play the game.
I see. Okay, yeah. What? So the tiny sells the AC, and then he picks it himself.
Yeah, like tiny gets put in the backpack, and then ET buys it. You know?
Yes. Well,
we're gonna help him out here. I'm trying not to have my mega hater energy for this double rapier coming out, but I'm having a hard time.
Yeah,
he
no,
just
I
hits
can
so
hear it in your
slow.
voice.
Like it just.
We got Moonshard coming, shortly.
We do need that.
Oh, the spike! No way, clicked on the Squad X. Okay, the RP, it's even better, but the backline, they're going to try and deal with the supports first. With the Clockwork, no buyback here available for him. Keep tabs on the refreshers. His big ultimate's a massive notice. Can he make it back inside the base? He's going to be fine. They'll keep the bag alive. Splitter will fly on past. Meanwhile, Nande, there's just in trouble. They need a way to keep the Morphling alive. Nande's gone. Notice is too late. Terrorize is too late as well.
They did a great job kiting that fight while the Tiny was respawning. Like, Fishman going all the way to the well and somehow getting out was kind of crazy, but it gave a ton of breathing room to Shira Jr. when he was down with the Aegis kill.
No way they're the team to get Megas first. That is...
I don't even know how much Megas matters in this game, to be honest.
No.
There's so much gold on the map right now for... I mean, obviously it's better, yes, of course, but it's certainly not going to be walking the park. What a comeback so far here from 1-win. I definitely thought we were getting another quick 2-0 as we were heading into like 40 minutes. It's just because like it was one of those situations where like they're getting these wins and they're delaying the game, but you just have to get them over and over and over again, and they did. And now we have another rapier, so perfect. 3 rapiers to work with here as Lena picks one up.
Did Monkushi buy Moonshot for him or the Tiny? Has Tiny got Moonshot? I thought
he
I
does,
saw.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
he has Moonshot on the Tiny.
Okay.
That's massive. That is huge. So they have Monkushi Moonshard and Tiny Moonshard.
That fixes your issue there. Are you okay now with the double rapier? Have we solved things?
That's much, much better. Yes, that is actually huge.
Okay, good. All right.
I'm much less aggrieved now.
I see. Is this
now the math checks out. We're good.
So now, interesting. Squad X is even trying to scale with the Lena. So is Satanic is cute. I don't. I mean, I suppose it's fine. I feel like I don't know how you play fights into the Spectre still, but we'll see.
I mean, the inventory is a little bit tough to manage, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
You got the Lincolns in there with the mirror shields. You got like this double protection thing going on, but your scythe's just in the backpack right now.
Yeah,
now,
the scythe
what
in
happens
the
if they just
backpack's the yikes.
What if they just kill Tiny though? Like he has no buy. They have Morphling. There's definitely just walk it down potential.
That is true. That is true. I mean, glyphs are probably something that, when they are used, is something that we actually do need to mention, right? Because there's more potential for diety, but end. Megas, I suppose, is on already 1 tier 4 dead.
Yeah, Fishman is just... He's got buyback and heart. That's crazy. Level 30 now for the Spectre. So, maxed out on the talents. Sweden Strong desperately wishing that he had AoE Hex. I can only imagine.
What are the 25s talents on the Clock and the Willow? Because I suppose we can speak about them.
Clock's close. It's the debuff immunity inside the power cogs or the battery assault interval.
Is there...
And then Willow is the Bedlam attacks 2 targets and the Terrorize impact damage.
What are we wanting between them?
I mean, the Clock one is interesting. It's good when the BKBs are down, obviously. I mean, Tide has no BKB. It'd be kind of funny. But debuff immunity can be good too, right?
Oh,
it's better when you have the eggs, though, so you can actually utilize the damage.
Wait, that's a
in
good
the fight we
stop!
go.
That's a great stop! They're going to jump in, Munkushi, an opportunity to be able to deal with the Clockwork, and they're just going for the throne. As Zero Junior with the rapier, the Glyph's going to come out, but they can tilt
need Lina.
to the heroes instead. Nande, the hero, tries the waveform in aggressively.
The RP misses!
Up, he's just not good enough. It's off the mark. Second one is there, but the throne being exposed.
Wait, Chira's dead! Chira's dead!
Bring it down, but he can't get it! No way! They went for the all-in play, trying to kill the throne. They weren't able to do it.
Go, Fishman! Go!
Go, BT! The bonus health, it's actually going to be enough. No way, it's enough. It works. No way.
I didn't think he could do it.
No way.
Wait, what? You get the Tiny and the Spectre, and Fishman comes in and clutches it alongside Cloud?
Oh god, double rapiers on the deck, Tide celebrating, spamming Ravages. What a game, dude. What was that? That was crazy.
He didn't even have a rapier on the ET. he was swinging. His total building damage was only 491, so I guess it was a really important 491 damage from Fishman.
That is all they needed. The 491 damage with the late game heart ET comfort. I have some concerns that I mean, I don't know, dude. I see this Bristleback. I don't know if they've done enough to stop him. And I see a Morphling who can...
Oh, no, you were right. It was the turn rate bonus. My bad.
Okay.
Turn rate bonus changed from flat plus 110 to 40%.
Hmm.
Which is about half the bonus they gave before.
See, so I mean, it definitely was a massive nerf and kind of was necessary with how strong it looked. But how do you feel about the Morphling this game? Because I feel like this is maybe even better of a Morphling game. Like, I think you free farm versus the Magnus, and I think Mag is also an incredible hero to be able to replicate into. I know you spoke about the TB reflection, but you probably will have Manta for that, and he's also a very good hero to replicate into as well.
Yeah, he's one of the most insane ones. I mean, traditionally, it was always Gyrocopter and Terrorblade were seen as these like insane heroes from Morphling to pick to counter, because you just become them and you get meta or you get flat cannon. So there is definitely a concern. And getting Empower is always incredible too, like you were saying. So I think there is more potential even. So, I mean, Avatos is just like simple. It's really easy to make better plays with. But I guess maybe Magnus, you could argue, is even easier. Because you just get to immediately empower yourself and drag people with the nuke. That was
How
weird.
did they let...
I don't know. I guess they knew that if he walks to it, he dies.
Yeah, and he's and he leveled skewer too, and he's still dodged. Okay, so I mean that's some next level stuff. Nade like deliberately positioned, so he saw an angle just to like sneak on past, and then the Dark Willow is just there. So first blood, and you level skewer as well.
What a weird beginning. Okay. All right, well, we got Pango versus Storm in the mid, which we already saw once today here on the Ember stream, and it was as boring as you would expect. Nothing happened.
This will be Both sides. Ah, nice. Skewer
Damn,
level
look at
1.
that level 1 skewer.
Let's go. Sweden strong? Is he? Okay.
I don't
No
like
blood
level
for
1
me.
skewer. Get away from me.
Oh.
Oh, Sweden strong. He's forced to engage with him here because he doesn't want him to get the D warp before the 1 minute mark.
How do you feel about top? Because I really feel like this is a free farm morphling lane once he gets like level 4. Are you seeing something I'm not?
Oh, whoa. Nope. No, it can be a serious problem. I mean, some of it will depend on the creeps from the Ench, right? Like, but you get like a Harpy or something, which there is a Harpy up there.
Uh-oh.
So that could be problematic for sure.
Well, maybe let's see how the safe lane's going for 1 win, right? Maybe this could be something for them. Oh wait, they're going to a bristleback. Okay, so noticeable free farm.
Yeah, but it's a bristle into TB who starts with 10 armor, to be fair as well. Now, that being said, he has Snot Rocket, so it's not as valuable, I guess, because it's not just like constant physical damage blasting at you that does nothing. Like, you'll probably get more value, I would imagine, thanks to the goo, but overall, TB should be fine.
Okay.
But you're not wrong. It's not like they're going to like zone out the bristleback. I'm not expecting that to happen either. I think we're just going to be chilling and farming and consuming a lot of regen.
I wonder what the build's going to be from Munkushi. I mean, Skadi looks very good this game. I feel like that's definitely a big thing for him versus the Morph Bristle. I don't know where a break comes through. Because TB's never really been the best Silver's Edge builder.
I mean, how else are you going to do your Sunder at 100 HP?
Ah.
Right, you know? No, you're not wrong. It's, you can't really put that on him, and who you put it on, I don't know. They don't have a good choice in that regard. I think it's more like we're just gonna get through it together, team.
Okay. It's a bonding experience. Yeah, maybe if they go through something incredibly difficult together, they'll come out on the other side, and this is what they need for the new member coming through in Fishman.
I can tell you, he did play a game 4 hours ago, probably while he was watching our stream, obviously, and he went. Yasha, Dragonlance Yasha Shard into Manta Orchid Bloodthorn. Kind of cool. The hype build.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I agree with the Scotty. Scotty looks pretty solid. I mean, it's a Morphling, it's a Bristle. You got to squeeze a Scotty in there somewhere on the earlier end, I would imagine.
Yeah. And you're going to have the damage as well. So it's not like that's going to be something you're concerned about with going to the Scotty. Pango, Mag. I also, with that, speaking about the Mag Pango, I really like Pango with the Empower. I think you farm incredibly fast. Your Swash pretty much one hits, I think, every wave. Really makes it easy with shoving up the map as well. I think this can... I think you can be like a... Oh, top lane, grinding. Trying to play around with the Nature's Attendant. Nice skewer though from Cloud. It's going to also push Nande away from Sweden Strong, which will protect his vulnerable support.
Dire structures are fortified.
Good.
Squad X, it's the full swash. Vortex inside the lane. We're going to have a TP in as well. Chira Jr. Looks like he's fine. They get the bottle refill?
No, but there was a chant a little bit late there. Unfortunately, not able to try and punish him. He didn't have the swashbuckle back up yet, but I mean, he still has more raindrops. He still has one, so Chira Jr. is just chilling.
And he's denying a lot of creeps under the tower as well. Squad X not able to get all of those last hits. Very unfortunate. This is okay though, because again the Morphling's going to be fine in the lane with the Magnus. Magnus is still fine at the moment. And importantly, we got 6 minutes coming up shortly here, so we're going to be able to see the supports continue to rotate. Maybe try and secure some of the runes. Cloud. Poke down is fine. Any stacks been worked on at the moment in Virtus.pro's jungle as one? This is something we spoke about earlier in the day. with the booster back?
No, not for them. OneWin does have something building over there on their Ancients, though. They got at least
Okay.
one done so far. So overall, really not a whole lot of stacks happening in this one. I'd like to see a rotation in here mid by Sweetstrong, and he is making his way here because for the 6-minute rune, we have the Rolling Thunder, but we don't have the jump from Storm. So this should be their rune.
He's actually going to use it aggressively here. There's that Thunderbolt coming to play. It's really close to the tower, though.
Yeah, I don't know about this.
They got to be able to find it in the end. I mean, dude, all right. Chura Jr., it takes a lot of tower hits to get the kill, and just with the wraparound shield crash, it's not going to be enough. They'll be able to get the rebuttal.
I mean, I guess that's worth it, right? As Pango?
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of even, but Storm is obviously going to be even further behind. You're now level 6.5. He missed out on quite a bit of the wave mid there, too.
Oh,
so
well done.
Nice.
Maybe, I don't know, was that actually an ambitious TP? I don't know if he thought that the Adaptive Strike was on cooldown previously from Nande, but I believe had the read that the Dark Willow was starting to rotate, so wanted to escape instead of committing with the full wave pool. Oh, sorry, the Enchantress moving, sorry.
Radiant's courier.
Speaking of the Enchantress, I'm going to run into a courier and say, I'll take that and accept that I'm not going to get this Wisdom Rune. So I'm going to try to steal. Uh-oh. Fishman!
Got told you, Trent.
Yeah, you're not wrong, buddy. Oh, dude, he's out
He's
too.
out.
Oh, no mana.
Oh my god. This is just...
Yeah. Tip him.
Our line's level 5 already, so we'll see. Maybe try and soak up double range here. Maybe Cloud can go back and farm up the... If there's some jungle there for Sweetstrong. Early level 6. Really could give them opportunity to be able to blow up the Morphling. This is something that I think we saw with Rue, right? Where we were able to catch him off guard. That was the Earth Spike from out of vision, though, without the finger. But
Dire are scanning.
we did see the line in that game be very, very pivotal to be able to stop them off. They are collapsing onto Cloud top. Nice shockwave timing. Nande stops the skewer away, and this is another kill for them. He'll give himself the empower.
Such an
down below,
annoying
grab it
matchup.
waveform back up, dude. Nande's playing well once again.
I mean,
mid
you know
down.
his 30 minutes. It's got those
true,
first
true.
30 on lock there, and mid lane also though on lock for the side of OneWin as they take on the Storm again. And I guess fortunately it was an illusion rune, so not much he's gonna miss out on. You know, I said that they could pick a Storm Spirit and they would have these runes on lock because they had Dark Willow and they had Enchantress, and boy was I wrong. They are not having these runes on lock. They don't have their Storm Spirit's lane sorted out yet, and he's having a pretty abysmal time.
Can they TP back?
Sir?
Hang on
Okay, that's
a second. Okay. Oh. Nice Tornado. Fishman. Okay,
Elevate.
they went for the Storm. Now Storm. Got some Galvanized stacks.
That was scary. I'm not gonna lie. He's braver than I am.
He did the calculations, though. He was ready. He knew that he would be able to stay alive and also bait the ET in deep enough to get the kill.
Well, of course, Storm Spirit deserves to have 8 armor at this point in the game.
Oh, yes.
He's earned it.
indeed.
Yeah.
He has. Why would he not have this high amount of armor?
Yeah, no, that'd be crazy. I mean, he needs it, as we say.
What else? He just needs some permanent buff, kind of permanent buff with Galvanize to scale too. Lose the bloodlust, the old one, so make it, make it innate. Mid lane. Do like how they're playing around with the Pango. A lot of threat. We've seen the Rolling Thunder so far from Chiro Jr. being really solid. And there is always this kill threat, which we might see once again. It doesn't really have anyone to bounce back on. And that, in the end, is actually going to be the pivotal thing that keeps Squad X alive. And Nande is actually going to TP into the mid lane. Nande looking to get active with Morphling, and he will be rewarded. Squad X, again, dangling his own life. And rewarded. Whoa. Okay. Okay. Miss. Accident.
Calling miss.
Dire's
I thought he was calling miss from up top, you know, not the GG. Good game, well played.
Regen for Squatter. Okay. Dude, some crazy stuff happening in this series.
Two plays in a row, though, by Virtus.pro, where they're just dangling out the Storm Spirit and one win take the bait, fully committing and not able to grab it. Cloud has been left on his own for the longest time because they've just been playing around this Pango, which means he's had these stacks all set up and ready for him, but he hasn't had a chance to actually farm them on this Magnus. Like, Ench comes in and bullies him. Storm Spirit just walked through. Now Morphling and Ench are going to take his tower. They might move in here to these stacks. Now Chira has to come play in here. He doesn't have Rolling Thunder for 15 seconds. It's like a little awkward stack standoff right now.
Chira does at least have a timing here with the Diffuser Blade. And meanwhile, they're also trying to do something on the opposite side of the map with the meta. Tower looks like it's going to go down. They are starting to move Jesvi down to bottom to play with Notice to potentially set up for a defense. And they maybe have the threat with your finger. Yeah, the burst is actually there. Notice, maybe not anticipating how much damage they were going to be able to dish out.
Oh, well, they take that top tower and they start working on these stacks, though.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Who stacked these? ET stacked these, so Fishman going to be a little upset right now.
Yeah.
Might be missing out on some stuff. Radiant scan, be like, oh, I guess they are farming those things we set up earlier, huh? That kind of sucks. All right, well, thanks to the Ancients. That is a lot of economic damage. Not only are you obviously gaining this gold, but you're taking it away from the ET, you're taking away from the Magnus, and the Magnus' timing on the Blink Dagger is going to be super important this game. In fact, he'd probably have it if he got to farm that.
I would love that for this fight that's about to happen, but the Vortex is going to come through before the Rolling Thunder. And now they're looking to zip over towards Fishman as well, stuck inside the river. Galvanized sacks galore for Squad X.
And again, the Ench just straight onto the tower.
Radiant structures are fortified.
No troll this time, though, so can't summon the skeletal army.
Well, he's got the more for the damage. There's something. Vlad's Yasha. Incredibly farmed. 2-0 and 4 with... Oh, sorry, that's a Storm Spirits. Morph is actually still 2-0 and 4, okay. And meanwhile, TB, person we haven't really spoken about too much, he's still incredibly farmed as well. Mumkushi 0-0-1. Really high up there in the net worth. A lot of last hits here for the TB.
Yeah, going into a pretty early Manta here, 500 gold away. So pleased with himself.
Dire are scanning.
That's
And
pretty decent Manta game.
These Snot Rocket Bristles aren't a big damage threat either, eh? Like they don't go for the Ag super early. Instead, they grab these like SNY, I think we saw earlier, which is also queued up. Going for a Crimson Guard this game, which is always going to be a pretty good choice versus Pangolier and the Terrorblade.
Yep. Yeah, I don't mind it at all. Like you said, maybe the Sunjin Yasha afterwards full tank gives him some... I mean, this Sunjin Yasha item as well is quite strong at the moment with everything it provides you. Status resistance going to be the big one this game. There's a smoke dump bottom from one with they'd love to be able to evade into the triangle where Notice is currently farming the stacks. Cloud looking for the blink.
Oh, that's tough. That's tough. He just got hit by the Quill.
Oh.
So the blink gets canceled. The RP isn't useful, and he just finished all the stacks on Bristle, so the movement wasn't even going to accomplish anything anyway.
And they lost both wisdoms too.
Okay, all right. That's a disaster.
Wait, Mokushi?
Oh boy.
Oh no, oh god.
All right, on the plus side,
Wait, are
he
they gonna
didn't have
fight?
Morph ready.
Rolling Thunder looking to try and go in here off the back of the wall, but Nade was able to play around with his strength morph. He's okay.
I mean, he can call
And now
into
the
lion
lion
and stun
is
them.
free food. Nade, nice use of the Earth Spike if it gets a connection onto the Pangolier. Squad X is still stuck around as well, but the Storm is got the Vortex. Squad X had a rough start to the lane, but he has done a great job to be able to find a way back in. And they are ready for more kills as well. Nande good for another chase down. Notice also catching up Cloud. The stacks, they're too many. The Goos, the Quills, they're all up. to a high enough amount where Notice is able to chase the mag down. This is getting out of control.
Even before the Crimson Guard was done, he just had Vanguard and Helm, and he's just diving under this tower on the Bristleback. Just no concerns at all. Virtus.pro, they have found a solution. If the Morphling is only good for the first 30 minutes, what if we just win the game before 30 minutes? That's going to be the plan here. And so far, they are on track.
They are on track. They are indeed. And it's also a Morphling who's going to be heavily enabled because you have everything to buff him up. And then we spoke about the Bristol items, the Solar Crest, but I'm still kind of scratching my head a little bit. Like, you pick, this is a first phase Morphling, and you pick Mag into it. Like, obviously, Monkushi feels like this TB matchup, there's probably timings there, but you know that he's going to have a free lane, so those timings are going to be really difficult for the TB to hit.
Yeah, I mean, he is going for that Orchid that he did earlier today, so I guess this is part of the strategy. He must have had this in mind when he went for the pick.
But he's a Manta builder.
It's Manta Shard Orchid, you know? It's just what you do.
Yeah.
That's the plan, so we'll see. If it works, it will be pretty glorious, but unfortunately, it's becoming at a timing where there's going to be an answer from the Morphling. And then probably an answer from the Storm, too. So he maybe can race the Storm to his BKB. Really close.
That is something. I mean, we got to see Cloud do some crazy stuff in these fights. I need some big RPs out of him. We'll see what he's be able to do. The net worth it's low. The Pango's net worth is taking a big hit as well, considering how Chiro Jr. 1-4-1, but he had a really good start versus the Storm. Speaking of the Storm, Squad X sometimes can suffer versus the Lion, but when you are playing from ahead, Sura can be very easy to kill.
Yeah, he's at full snowball mode right now. Like 13 stacks. That's a bonus 4.2 mana regen. He's sitting at 20 mana regen right now. Like, he does not need a cheeky combo like a Pugna or a Lion. Like, he is the gas station himself.
And importantly, you're now playing from very far ahead where all the power runes are going to go his way. This one was a shield rune, not the most impactful, but 2-2 tower is going to go down. More map control for Virtus.pro. And questions yet to be answered, and I don't think they're going to be answered for quite some time.
Yep. Demon's Yield Monkushi is just trying to do his best to catch back up.
Really feel like this will put some other teams now in a very interesting position with this Morphling hero. Like, if we are seeing it again have a free game, like, I do not know if you can, if your first response to it can be an answer in the late game. I don't think that's good enough.
Well, it's just so funny because not only is he a good hero, but the two heroes that people look towards to beat him are DK and Elk, and they both just get banned every game, so it's this really weird situation. It's like the first pick team is kind of guaranteed to just get Morphling, or you have to, I guess, give up like some of these other zoo type heroes, right? Like you have to reduce your amount of bans on things like the Chen or the Beastmaster or the Enigma or whatever like the strength is of your opponents, the Enchantress. So it's really awkward.
And the draft felt a little bit weird for like the Drow Ranger to be fit in as well, which is another thing. So,
yeah, and by the time you get to like where you feel comfortable picking it, it's usually banned out. So
we are still yet to see it, the power of it to be flexed too. Like we're still waiting for a team. Like I think this is going to be maybe a power of like someone like BZM, where you will. He is I think he's Grandmaster. I think. On the Morphling, so we're yet to still see the potential to flex it and actually get the other facet. So
yeah, and get the flow going.
And they're getting more heroes. Cloud. Then we saw the two pickoffs onto the support. Squad X. They'll try and chase down Cloud. We'll get some assistance out of the support from JSV. And just try to get what little farm they can across the map.
OneWin fought so hard to get themselves to a game 3. They were down almost similar to this in the mid game of last game, and they did manage to claw their way back. They have some heroes that can do it. I mean, I'm believing a little bit more in this idea of the Terrorblade. Maybe it won't work this game, but when you're watching this Manta plus Demon Zeal run around and farm, it's kind of absurd how fast he clears camps. Like, I get the logic.
Yeah, but you're going to need to address the wards. There's a triple in a line pretty much around really the only spot they can be farming and getting out onto the map. So if you are going to be in a position where maybe you can find these items, like those wards have to go.
Yeah, it does tell you a lot when you plant wards like that, because it sees a lot of courier movements too.
True. A lot of information. You see what they're doing with the information. C2 tower down bottom. Mid as well is going to be brought down. And probably
can the
will
Radiant
have
even take the
VP.
Tormentor, or are they just going to lose their Tormentor to the Dire? I think the Dire is just going to come steal it.
Yeah, I think they are. Could you fight here? Close
It's
area.
one of the best
after
chances
rolling
you're going to
thunder?
get it. I think you do. I think you smoke, you blink. Like, maybe it's too late. Chira Jr. is 200 gold away from Ag, so I don't think they're going to fight it.
Yeah.
He wants it too bad first. All right,
Hey.
let's get with the illusion. Oh, the shockwave? That almost worked. The pullback
Whoa.
almost stole it. And wow, Just be taking no chances here. Quickly TP's back to make sure that the Wisdom Rune will be secured. It's level 12.
This is Fishman we're speaking about here.
That's
Of
right.
course that is. It doesn't matter if you have an 11,000 deficit. He will find a way to solo smoke and head to the opposite side. And they're going to smoke again. So, back-to-back smokes, but like you were saying, you were waiting for the item out of the Pancolier. I don't know if the Terrorblade just picked up something recently. Unfortunately, Sweden's Strong not going to have his Blink, which is still a little bit away.
He has the Orchid, so it's go time.
Okay.
So we have to watch for the Manta. The Aegis expires in 80 seconds. So we're going to pick a different target, more than likely.
We did see that was his downfall last game. Aegis Nande doesn't play well with it.
That's true. It was not the best.
They
So-
do say Nande.
All right, they're
What are we
going
going to
for
get? RP, skewer back into the Hex. This will be first lap they can kill off. Finger as well. But the response is pretty quick from Virtus.pro. Storm straight over towards the line over to the left side. Kushi's trying to do his best to beat into the Morphing. The Crimson Guard, is it enough to keep Nande alive? Yes, it is. Nande gets the attribute chipped off in time, and the response, it was perfect for the boys on VP. They came in with all the members that were required to protect the Morphling on the respawn, and they will reap the rewards.
How many kills did Storm just get? Oh, a triple. Okay, cool.
Oh, how many Galvanize are we up to now? Ooh,
19. Yeah. So 6 mana regen just from that alone. And how many hats? Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
that's the real question.
A mountain of hats. Like the Grinch on the way back up to the top of Mount Crumpet. Stolen every piece of Christmas.
I'm just gonna say yes. I don't remember.
What do you do? What, you don't have 3 kids and have to watch the Grinch? Like,
Yeah,
four
I
times
was
over
gonna
Christmas
say
break?
I
That's
think
so
this
weird.
has to be. This has to.
Your
That's
Grinch
a-
knowledge
that-
is sorely lacking.
I see. I have to keep up. Yeah, we need a hat counter. Honestly, that would be a thing. I feel like if we could have made it a little bit, if there was something we could improve from, a hat counter, I would like.
Okay, yeah. Production will get right on that. Don't worry.
Oh, I'm not even. Sorry, production. I'm not.
No,
even,
it's okay. You can put
This
the
wasn't
burden
you
all
guys.
on them, Aries. That's fine.
This
Hat
was on-
counter. Can't count himself. Needs other people to count for him. I understand.
Oh, Merkushi in some danger, but the Terrorize not even actually going to need it. So down goes your carry, the person who's having somewhat of a decent game. Squad X beyond Godlike as well. We got to keep in mind like how he was performing this game. Blib died back-to-back times in the middle lane, but he's made amends.
Sigma moment.
Where's Nante's hats? I guess he just doesn't have the... going on actually? Nando?
I actually don't know.
This-
Why doesn't he have any hats?
Does he keep giving them away?
I guess so. Just passing them out.
It's a nice guy. Wants other
Yeah.
people to look cool. Oh no, I saw one actually. It was a small one, but I saw one. Storm Spirit
Oh yeah, now he has one.
looking for another kill. This one onto Cloud. Well,
They're pretty easy, aren't they, at this point? I mean, there's no
Yeah.
BKBs, so if there's not some friends nearby to help you, they're going to be quick.
they are smoking. I mean, look, and really being serious, what we saw in that previous fight with the RP skewer back into Hex, there is potential to blow up one. The save is something that is not particularly there from VP, but maybe it's going to be a little bit different now because you will not have the ages advantage on Nande, so maybe you can blow the Morphling up and at least it gives you some value because it's not like you just waste big ultimates and he's going to respawn, so...
Yeah, he is sitting on max agi too, which is just seems a little unnecessary. I'm not gonna lie. All right, now he's pumping himself up a little bit. 1200 HP, fair enough.
Smoke popped. They may disengage under the Observer Ward. They also don't have Cloud, which is probably their most important hero to make this work. Sure, Junior split away from the team. And it's going to be punished as a result of this. Both supports,
Jeez, man.
no issues with the damage.
I mean, the support's at the same level as the enemy mid. Like, he's 15, they're 15 and 14. They're able to just take him down 2v1. I mean, they're the only defensive item on the entirety of the Radiant is a Manta, if you want to count it for that on TB.
Yeah, sure.
Like, there's no BKBs, there's no Yules, there's nothing. There's no Force Staffs. Like, they can't get them because they're just so far behind. And so if you just get caught in the single slow or stun, it just feels like it's instant death.
Yeah. Like we are seeing continue to be the case whenever a support shows. Fisher ends buffing Trumps to try and clear the wave faster. It's just showing the status. I mean, we are very close to the net worth lead being higher than Minimark, and that is a good way for me to measure whether it is 100% we are. This is GG. So we're getting close. We are 4%.
we are apparently getting pretty close.
So maybe, I mean, it looks like Roche will spawn up top for a little bit of time.
I mean,
Maybe
according
they can
to
set up on...
the history, right? We only have another 2.5 minutes before Nande just starts dying over and over again and doesn't press his BKB. So they got to move fast here on Virtus.pro.
I see. So you're saying there's a chance?
I'm saying there's a chance. I didn't think there was much of a
Okay.
chance last game, and they found it.
Okay, well, they split away the line. Squad X using a lot of his mana.
Oh my god, what a juke.
Nice. But... Oh, the TP?
Dude.
See him? Oh, well done.
I'm applauding. I applaud you, good sir. All right? Let's go. That's
And the
crazy.
wisdom.
He has no right living. Like, he should be dead.
Yeah, he should. There's no way. You were speaking about the spawn levels before. They saw the wisdom. They should be able to get their own. Hopefully someone runs to it. And they will. Nice. Double wisdom. Okay, Mankushi takes it. They are charging up the high ground pretty aggressively on Notice. But I guess what has the Bristle really got to fear? He's going to split them up. Fishman isolated. Everyone else is now chased down. Shiro Jr. will have to use the Rolling Thunder defensively. Slides on through the defender's gates and is out. But that is still a big thing on cooldown. No, go for the hero play, Sweet and Strong. I thought he was going to try and stay near the pit and do some stealing shenanigans.
Okay. So actually, though, we have DKB Magnus. We have Bloodthorn TB. Nande is
Okay.
getting the Aegis again.
Okay.
All right, this is not a replay, folks. Maybe it happens again.
Okay, okay. I mean, I can see it. I can see it happening.
Should not believe in it, and yet we kind of have to after last game.
That is true. Okay, so they don't. I see. They don't give him the ages. That's how
smart.
you do it.
That's smart.
I
That's
see.
good. He's gonna press BKB this time. Squadix has definitely earned it here. The hats say so.
Yes.
Has his Parasma here too, so that first life, like even if he just zips around a bunch, it's gonna be a lot of damage. Just tag up a few people, get some Parasmas out. Sweden Strong will have to be a bit cautious here against the Lotus Orb. How do you win this fight? What's the play here? How does Cloud get the good jump? Probably some vision. We got to get some wards out here. I guess we have the Spirit. That's something. How do you force him to actually clump up, though, and get yourself like a good RP? Or does a good RP even matter? Maybe it's just kill the Morphling, I guess, is the real answer, right? That's truly the play. Kill Morphling because he has no Aegis. Oh my god, Sweden Strong.
Okay, well, the Hex is going to be there. Is there an opportunity to maybe blow the Storm Spirit up? Looks like they'll do it with the first life.
That was Bloodthorn.
Landing inside the base as well with an early BKB. This will put this on cooldown now. Cloud's going to be in with the RP. It's pretty decent. Onto 2. Spin of 4 as well with the BKBs. They don't get the skewer back, and there's no opportunity for the stunter because of the gold immunity. 2 going without buybacks, and this should be all now.
I mean, when you look the checklist of like ways to win a fight, they did get a lot of them. Multiple heroes RP. They got the big ulti out from the Earth Splitter there from the Elder Titan. Like a couple of things, but it's a big deficit. Unfortunately, that's why these fights are so hard to win. So you got to do it all perfectly right. Well, they're not going to call it quite yet. The creeps are still marching their way down. They're on to the last set of racks. They got no mag yet to drag someone into the well, but that's your best hope.
It's a long drag back.
It is indeed. But you know, they always walk close.
No. Getting in and probably not the hero you want in the base as well.
No, that doesn't go too well. I mean, I guess it's the Goose this time, at least, not the Quills.
Lotus might still go for it. Okay. Well, this game, it is a little bit different. You do have to be worried about Megas. At this stage, at least. Maybe later it's okay, but you also have 35,000 deficit, which is a big concern. Chira Jr. dumps the low ground. Driving is going to be able to isolate some. Go for Bryony, but really, do you really care? I mean, Nande's burst is ridiculous. TB drops the G's and 1 win. This is going to be a difficult run for them. It is going to be back-to-back qualifiers where they will be knocked down to low bracket to start in round 1.
Virtus.pro, looking great. I gotta say, even